Good afternoon. It's 3 o'clock. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports at the Mid-Kentucky Downs Studios. The Titans head coaching search has come to an end Monday night as Mike Bergonzi and the Titans front office landed on Robert Saleh to be the next head coach of the team. Salah, who has headed up multiple top 10 defenses in the NFL, was the 49ers defensive coordinator from 2017 to 2020, but before becoming the Jets head coach from 2021 to 2024, where he went 20-36, Saleh then returned to be the 49ers DC in 2025. The Titans will now turn to building a coaching staff, starting with an offensive coordinator to work with Cam Ward. In Balls news today, Josh Heupel made another big hire this offseason, this time in strength and conditioning department, hiring national champion strength and conditioning coach Derek Owens from Indiana, fresh off a national championship. Tonight in SEC Hoops, number 15, Vanderbilt looks to get right after two straight losses as the Commodores head on the road to number 20 Arkansas. Tip-off is at 8 o'clock on ESPN. For our foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once in your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Prince Orty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Is that what today is?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tuesday. There she is. She's Dawn Davenport, y'all.
Hey.
Back from the Natty.
Happy whatever day it is. I don't know.
You just verified that it's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
We got Snowmageddon coming this weekend.
I heard.
And it depends where you look and when you look. Like, Weather Channel says 5 to 8 inches on Saturday currently, 5 to 8 inches on Saturday and 1 to 3 on Sunday. You see other models that have like 14 to 17 inches.
Oh, what the hell? What are we doing?
I don't know.
We have a dance competition.
When?
This weekend.
Yeah, good luck with that. That's not happening.
What? No, it's in Ohio. Am I going to get stuck there?
Dude. Are you flying there?
Yeah.
On Saturday?
Friday.
Oh, you'll beat it.
What about home Sunday?
Not so much.
Oh.
Although they do a good job of plowing the airport the more I think about it. Like, that's literally the first thing that's plowed.
I mean, Ohio is probably going to be really snowy, right?
No, this is below them, I think.
Okay.
This one just happened to hit us. And it could be, listen, when Jim Cantori's tweeting about it, like he's tweeting about Nashville setting records.
We don't want that, Jim.
So the most snowfall ever in a single storm in Nashville occurred in March of 1892. 17.3 inches. So you've seen models that approach that number with this. Number 2, 16.3 inches in 1886.
Oh, my gosh.
1929, 15 inches.
Dude, why are we going back that far?
Because this is what happens.
Oh.
The fourth biggest snowfall in one storm, 1951, 11.9 inches. So this one could get into the top 5. Number 5 is 11.3 in 1979. More recently, 8 inches of snow in 2016, 7.6 inches in January of 2024. Remember that one? What's wrong with you?
It smells like Jack Daniels. I don't know if it's my hair or my bag.
Did you take a shower in Jack?
No. Well, yeah, basically. A little national championship.
It was funny yesterday. I was talking with
bath.
Mary Annie came in 5 to 6, and I was talking with him. It was like 5:15 or whatever, 5:20, and you FaceTimed me. I go, I'm quite sure Babs is not meaning to FaceTime me.
I did not
right
mean
now.
to FaceTime you. Sorry about that.
I love it. Well, all right, here we go today. Obviously, the topic roster includes 2 big stories. The Titans hire 49ers defensive coach Robert Saleh as head coach. One question, 1 to 10, what do you think about this hire moving forward in a positive direction? 1 to 10, 615-737-1045. And Indiana wins the national championship.
Woo-woo.
So it looked like there was a significant amount of Indiana fans compared to Miami fans.
Yes, I would say.
Not 50-50?
Not 50-50. I would go 60-40.
60-40?
Yep.
In Miami's hometown.
In Miami's hometown. Now, listen, right before we walked in, I looked up what our tickets were going for, and it was still $5,500 a piece.
Oh,
Trust me, I tried.
you almost
really
sold them.
hard. I tried really hard.
Go watch it at a sports bar.
Yeah.
Go to the Clevelander or whatever.
Yeah, we were not missing that one. So
How much fun did you have? How much fun did your husband, as an Indiana grad and lifelong fan, have?
unbelievable. I mean, unbelievable. And what a good game.
Yeah,
And
great game.
Mendoza with the Heisman moment. And,
How iconic was that touchdown? I still have no idea how he held on to that ball getting hit in the back while he's diving across the goal line. It still would have been a touchdown because I think he broke the plane, but just physically, I don't know how he held on to that thing. That dude is amazing.
People forget how big he is, too.
And
I mean,
he was
6'5".
He was getting
is solid.
He was credit to Miami. He was getting murdered.
Did
in
you
that game.
see Holly Rowe put a picture out of his throwing arm after the game, and it was just black and blue, bloody. And I mean, they're not playing on turf. They're playing on grass. I mean,
He took a beating.
He took a beat. That was one of the most physical games that I have seen. Also, can the Titans please draft Reuben Bain Jr.?
How about that guy?
Holy moly. I can't wait to go back and watch. Like, I just flew back in, but I can't wait to go back and watch the TV broadcast of that game.
He was completely destructive. I mean, completely.
Because it's funny. I'm watching him
even
from
when
the
he didn't
stands.
get there, he got there. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. He was just there. He's a presence. He's so physical, but he didn't look that big watching him from the stands. And maybe it's because he's so fast, but I mean, he's 6'3", 270.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude.
But he's not 6'5", 300. And that
No, he's not Big Jeff.
People want to move him inside. I don't see that. Maybe.
No, I think his size, his speed, his quickness, all that. Like, he's an edge guy, right?
I think so. People want to downgrade him for his short arms. But
dude,
he had 8 tackles as a defensive lineman. 2.5 tackles for a loss.
Honestly,
a
it
sack.
felt like more.
Yeah.
One comp I've seen from him or for him in these early kind of draft stuff is Brandon Graham from the Eagles.
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about that last night. I really can't give you somebody. Like, he's just kind of different.
I'm all in. I'm all in.
I've been talking about that guy all year.
Please just draft him.
And
If he's even there.
Well, with their new head coach,
right?
I could see the match.
Yep,
I can
Saleh.
totally see the match. I can see Big Jeff has been asking for 2 years, get me help.
He's going to talk
Get me an
publicly about that guy.
elite guy and get me help.
Messidor's pretty good,
I think
too.
it's the year they do it.
And then 99. I mean, Miami literally, they would have beaten any other team in America last night, I think. Which gives you a great championship game, right? Like, if the team that loses in your mind would have beaten anybody else, that's a great game.
I mean, just the game-wise itself, like one of the better national championships we've had in the last decade. Maybe since 2017, which was the Tua in overtime, where he came in and threw it down.
Oh, yeah.
Two-Tone Jibo says Dwight Freeney. Freeney was longer, right?
I think so.
Long arms, long frame. Yeah, I think. I don't know. Just off the top of my head. If you want in, 615-737-1045. Chuck is on the road. Chuck, you're first up on 3HL. Happy Tuesday. What's up?
Yeah, the snow forecast you're looking at for Saturday, I think you're looking at it wrong. It's saying on the Weather Channel 5 to 8 inches for day, an additional 5 to 8 inches at night, and then Sunday 1 to 3.
I'm all for it. Let's go.
They're talking 10 to 20, and Jim Cantori tweeted earlier today that it's going to be historic in Nashville.
Yeah, I saw that. I mentioned that. Thank you, Chuck. Appreciate it. I'm all for it.
Lord.
Give me 2 feet of snow. Just dump it on. I said yesterday, let's just take a big dump this weekend. A dump of snow. Bring it.
No. I was in freaking Miami, and it was like 58 degrees at kick, and I was cold.
Oh, I knew you were going to be
9
cold.
degrees.
They showed Tom Brady on the sideline. People I was watching the game with were like, what is he doing, man? He's in Miami, and he's got, like, long-sleeve shirt, a jacket. Like,
Dude, it was cold.
I said Babs is cold, I guarantee you.
Yeah. I brought, like, everybody made so much fun of me because I brought my winter jacket in my clear bag with me. And sure enough, by the end of that game, I had that thing on. Oof.
What do y'all think about Salah? 1 to 10, positivity, moving forward, 1 to 10. X in
I
Lebanon.
think you said the right thing there.
Yeah.
Positively.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Hey,
X.
X. What do you think?
X. Well, have you been to In-N-Out yet in Lebanon?
Now, I moved to Knoxville.
Oh, you did move to Knoxville. That's right. You called us from the U-Haul.
And
That's right.
In-N-Out was, man, I'm glad. In-N-Out is like, it just don't even want to talk about it. It's like the snow you're talking about. We can't talk about that. We don't want no snow. We don't want In-N-Out. It's gross. The burgers is too greasy. Nah, we cool.
Have you been to Gus's yet? You need to go to Gus's Good Times Deli off Cumberland Avenue.
I will be there. I tried
Yeah.
Austin's last. I called in, but y'all was taking too long, and I had a baby crying, diapers changed, didn't work out. But
I'm
I
sorry.
called in because we got a new head coach.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'm happy for that. I think it's a good. I think out of 10, I give him a 7 or 8.
7 and 8 moving forward.
Because you got to see who his offensive coordinator he bring in. And I think that's going to be a big key to his success is him bringing in a good offensive coordinator. So, hey, I'm happy now. I done sent a message to my pastor. I might have to miss a few Sundays and all. But, hey, we back. We back. Let's go, Titans. Have a good day.
Thank you, X.
All right, X. So X is looking at 6 to 10 inches of snow, potentially.
Oh,
in Knoxville.
I thought we were 6 to 10 on the positivity on the higher.
He said 7.
7. 6.
Where do you think people are going to be on this? Like a 5? Like wait and see?
No, I think it's closer to a 10.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the higher.
I've got some.
You know what? I liked Brian Callahan higher too, though. So.
I
So
did
there's
too.
that.
I did too.
Yeah.
But when we first met him, I was like, man, this guy's a nice guy. I don't know. You know what I mean?
He's a little raw. Little raw.
When we first met him, I'm like, this dude may be too nice.
Yeah.
He's such a nice guy. And he gave the media anything you wanted, quote-wise. He'd tell you exactly what was going on.
Yeah. Sometimes a little too much.
But great.
I mean, there's a 10 in the chat. A 10. A freaking 10.
Ashton in Goodlettsville, 615-737-1045. Ashton, what's up?
What's going on, guys?
Yo.
Yeah, I think, honestly, I'm pretty disappointed with the hire. I don't think that it's like a doom for losses or that Robert Saleh can't win or he's not a good mind. I think anyone who comes from the Shanahan tree is really well-versed in their football knowledge and field, but when it comes to having a second-year talent like Cam Ward, I think Matt Nagy was the obvious choice for your OC, especially for someone who said that they were going to switch up their role to more of a CEO kind of position and go after better OCs and things, and would have more of a scheme going forward for Cam Ward, as in, like, you have Robert Saleh, and everybody is very excited about maybe getting Mike Macdonald. I love Mike Macdonald. I think the reality of that, though, is people need to look at the open vacancies across the league and the Bills, the Ravens, the Steelers. There's just so many open jobs. And, I think after being a head coach and having success like more success than Robert Saleh, like Mike Macdonald did with Tua Tagovailoa, it's just
McDaniel.
I don't know. I think, Mike McDaniel, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, all good.
So all the mics and mix and
Yeah.
I know.
really kind of throws me off.
And they're
But-
all like MM.
I know,
Like
I know,
double
yeah.
M's,
It
I
definitely
know.
gets me. But like the thing that kind of disgusts me the most is we really didn't want Nagy. Everybody's just so overboard with their excitement for Saleh just because of their hatred for Nagy. And I don't think anybody realizes what they just didn't get now. My only hope, honestly, moving forward, is that if Nagy is every fan base still in the same way as the Titans and Nagy doesn't get a head coach position anywhere else, that hopefully he thinks about being the OC in Tennessee. And I know that brings up a threat for maybe Saleh's job, but maybe that makes Saleh coach better. And that doesn't offend me at all. But I want somebody there who would probably be willing to take the reins if it doesn't work out. And that'd be perfect for Cam Ward, somebody who's been around a lot of success. And Titans fans are really jumping up and down for Robert Saleh, but kind of like Don said, they were jumping up and down for Brian Callahan. These fans don't know winning. I don't trust them. I wanted a connection with Mike Borgonzi and a guy that he knew, because Vrabel didn't have that with Carthon or Robinson, and that really costed him. He didn't know that A.J. Brown was going to get traded. That's a fact. That kind of connection is very vital in your organization, and nobody realizes what they just threw out the door with saying no to Nagy because of the Chicago headache that happened with having Mitchell Trubisky, then having to start a rookie Justin Fields because the fans were demanding it. I don't think anybody's looking at this wisely.
Let me ask you this: what other teams were interested in Nagy?
I know he's taken an interview once.
No, zero. He had
I think it's zero. I think it's
sure it's zero.
Here's the other thing, Ashton.
It was once. We can look at it, but it was definitely once.
Thank you for the call, man. I got to hit a break or I'm going to get fired. Thank you. Here's the thing.
I think it's zero.
Here's my pushback on Nagy as OC. He wasn't calling plays in Kansas City.
Right.
So you're going to bring him in here and call plays? If he got the head coaching job, he wasn't going to call plays. So you want to bring him in here and let him call plays?
I mean, that was his whole selling point.
That's my pushback.
That was his whole selling point is I'm not going to call plays if you hire me as head coach.
Not that he can't be a great offensive coordinator here. I don't know. I'm just saying that's a pushback element for sure. Thank you, Ashton. Appreciate you.
Also, Salah has so many connections to these offensive guys from the Shanahan tree. Why would you go just settle for a guy that didn't win the head coaching job?
Yep. Let's take a break. Load them up. What do y'all think about this hire? Robert Saleh to the Titans, 615-737-1045. If you want to get into Indiana winning the national title, you can. 615-737-1045.
We about to have snow this weekend. It's going to be cold, and maybe your windows and your doors are failing you. Time to make sure you're not caught out in the cold next time. And call Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. Get you some new windows and doors. And you might be surprised to learn how affordable replacement windows are from Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. Even more affordable with your January Dawn deal. You got about 11 days left to get in on this deal. It changes every single month. And right now, the January Dawn deal payments as low as $99 a month and 50% off Pella certified labor. 50% off of that labor. Give them a call, 615-249-1910. Or really the easiest way to get Pella to come out for a free consultation is to schedule that online. Check out the Dawn deal. That's at PellaNashville.com.
Oh, look, it's that time again. Hey, you on my mind again. World class international. Tell 'em meet me in Nashville. And it's not up for discussion, just a lot of walking buckets. One player get that medal. 4 weeks, it's all or nothing. We made the rules how we play right now. Give me the ball in my hand right now. Tell 'em to keep it a band right now. I think we hot in demand right now. Yeah, rise to the challenge, never ran from them. The roster filled with champions, the music sick of selling. This is our court, our game. Our court, our game. Our court, our game. Our court, our game.
Three AHL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport with you. Ron Saleh is in Charlotte, North Carolina. He'll be on the SEC network tonight. SEC basketball coming up. LSU at number 16, Florida. Gators have won 4 in a row, 8-1 in their last 9. They're favored by 16.5 at home tonight against LSU. 6 o'clock ESPN2.
Big number.
Big number. Oklahoma at South Carolina. Oklahoma favored by 1.5, 6 o'clock SEC network. Georgia at Missouri. Missouri favored over the 21st ranked Georgia Bulldogs by 1.5 at home, 8 o'clock SEC network. Auburn at Ole Miss. Auburn favored by 2.5, 8 o'clock ESPNU. And Vanderbilt, number 15 in the country, at number 20, Arkansas. Arkansas favored by 1.5, 8 o'clock on ESPN. Vandy has dropped its last 2 after the 16-0 start. Hogs are undefeated at home this season. FPI gives Vanderbilt a 50.8% chance to win. That one's going to be fun. Speaking of Ronald Sylvester Slay, he's in Charlotte, North Carolina. Slay, what's up? How are you?
Oh.
What up, dude? What's happening? What's going on, yo?
You wanted Robert Saleh on that wall. You got him on that wall. What do you think about the Titans hire, Slay Dog?
So do got him on that wall. I think it's cool, man. I think you needed a guy to come in and kind of stabilize the franchise, and I hope that's what he's coming in to do. Like, you know what I mean? It's going to be important to see who he puts around him as staff. But right now, initially, I'm cool with it. Now, I will say I was also cool with Nagy, but that wasn't my first choice at all. He made probably about my fourth choice. But I wanted Saleh, and they got him.
Robert Saleh will be 47 next Saturday, as a matter of fact. Defensive coordinator of the 49ers in 2025. Number 20 in total defense, 25 pass D, 11 rush D, 13 points per game D. But if you watch them over the course of the year, pretty amazing job what he was able to do with all the injuries that they had there. Was the head coach of the Jets for 4 seasons. A lot's been made of that, 20-26 the overall record. However, Zach Wilson was his quarterback for 3 years. In year 1, 55.6%, 9 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Year 2, 54.5%, 6 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. And year 3, 60.1%, 8 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. A-Rod with the Achilles injury. So not a lot of luck at quarterback there. It's hard to evaluate that.
Yeah, you were able to patchwork some situations and kind of keep them afloat because your defense was so good in New York. But what he was able to do also with San Francisco, you know what I mean? Like the injuries that took place out there, he was still having that fire. He was able to do enough and make enough plays and get guys in the right spot to go out and keep them afloat. And I think they took it as far as they could, offensively and defensively. So kudos to them out there at San Fran. But, man, I think one of the biggest things is you got to learn from what took place in New York. You know, if you got a quarterback now, so that's not in question. You know how relationships work in the league. I've been hearing people talk about Breece Hall. We talked about Breece Hall, what was it, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
When they came down there, and he's a problem. You know what I mean? Coming out of college, he was a problem. So that'll be interesting what dynamic, if they were able to bring him in, what dynamic he could play with this backfield full of backs. But the defensive part, man, you finally got a guy in here, a defensive-minded guy, and it's different than Brian Callahan for sure. But who are you getting to go take that side over, man? You got to develop Cam. You have to. Like, and how long are we willing to wait to watch? You know what I mean? This train get on the right track and get to pushing in the right path.
Yeah, from Albert Breer, Monday Morning Quarterback, he writes, they went through Saleh's detailed plan for Cam Ward, in which Saleh demonstrated a real command of what Ward would need, including staffing on the offensive side with experienced candidates and a second phase plan should a coordinator leave. So that evidently was a big part of that interview process. And it's interesting because, he interviewed once, and it went 5.5 hours, and he earned the job. So
no, what's funny is we joked about that yesterday. Like when Zeph said it, like you can't let him get out the building. I said, hey, man, what are they going to do? What they going to do, keep him for 5 hours and he going to leave at 10? And lo and behold.
Sure enough.
That's what they did.
Yep.
They made sure. Lock the doors, like Joe Clark said. Get the chains on the doors. It was a lean on me moment, man. So, hey, salute for getting that guy.
Lock that door.
Yep. So, it'll be interesting, when he gets his press conference and everybody will be watching that, and we'll see, personality-wise and kind of what he looks like in front of the microphone, and then we'll all have opinions there too. Last night, great game, man. 27-21, Indiana gets the win. Carson Beck did exactly what I was talking about.
Man.
Like, every once in a while he'll make it throw, but, man, he makes me nervous, and I don't know what he was looking at on that last throw.
Dude, like he was looking at the red, and I almost want to say I get it because there was so much red in the stadium. Like maybe he was just like, it's got to be somebody in some white and orange down there somewhere. So let me throw it on down there. But man, that's what we've been saying. I've been saying this the whole playoffs. Like at some point, Carson Beck is going to show up, and what way he shows up, that's what's going to tell the tale, and he did that. But Indiana, man, salute to them. That's golly, play after play, man. That defense, that big salute to Josh Heupel for going to get their strength and conditioning coach and getting him on deck, man, because them boys up front, man, them was some monster that they were battling against over there against Miami. And they held their own. And a lot of times pushed and went and got the rock. And they were not afraid to run at any point of the game. 3rd and 7, it did not matter. They were going to run the ball. So, Indiana, man, won the national championship. Anything's possible. Like Kevin Garnett.
Anything. It's crazy. I never thought that my husband's team would have a national championship in football before mine.
It's a discussion worth having with regard to how everything has changed with NIL and portal, and it gives hope to any and every team. Like, you don't have to build for 3 years. You know what I mean? Like, you do it right in the portal, you're there.
But you still establish the culture and the work ethic and all of that. Like, that has to come with it, and that falls on a head coach.
Yeah,
and
they came into
Cignetti did it.
They came into the game plus 21 in turnover margin and only 13 defensive penalties all season. That is a very well-disciplined, well-coached team. This from David Hale, joint on X, a complicated legacy. Carson Beck lost just 6 games in his college career. In 4 of those, the final offensive play for his team was a Beck interception with a chance to win.
Oh, my goodness.
How about that?
Yeah,
and that last throw, what I was talking about, like, if the corner doesn't pick it off, the safety does. Like, there was no way that ball was getting through.
See, I thought, was that on the receiver a little bit too?
I don't know.
I didn't feel like it was all Beck. I didn't feel like that was Beck.
Man, guess what, though? I felt like the receiver was running the route. Like, if you're putting it up here to grabs, put it up there for grabs when it's 1-on-1, not 2-on-1. I'm outnumbered. What you want me to do? If I could beat one, the other one's coming to get me. So,
It was a straight 9 route down the sideline.
There was no flat.
Yeah.
There was no flat to pull that corner, to make that corner hesitate, so he just kept floating back with the receiver, and Carson Beck doesn't have the arm to get it there. So
we sat to my right were 2 Miami guys, and right before that drive, I said, "You guys know your guy Carson is due a pick." I said, he is due. This is what he does. This is what he does. I've got Georgia fan friends. I'm like, in the moments, this is when he always throws a pick. And sure enough, like 2 plays later, they were like,
that was it.
Yep.
That was it. Hey, real quick, though, I'll go back to what Yoro said, man. I do think it shows another way to build it too. Like you said, hit it in the transfer portal. But I think Mark Cuban put it right too. Like you don't necessarily have to go get those big names out of the transfer portal. You go get the guys that fit. And Cignetti had an opportunity to bring a foundation and culture with him too. Yeah. Like a lot of them dudes came from James Madison.
That allowed him to
establish it. Yeah. Yep. And you were able to come in and say, all right, I got my guys that I know can do it. Now, if you feel you can battle these guys like Becker, then all right, we'll give you an opportunity. And if you play your way on the field, you play your way on the field. But if you don't, man, we're going to get the guys that fit this system. Hey, and it is whether that be high school, whether it be portal, whatever it is, man. And that was beautiful, man. I'm gonna be real. That was a beautiful way to watch.
You have to get a quarterback though in the portal.
Yeah,
that's the one clear thing.
Yep.
All the teams had one. All the playoff teams had one.
By the way, Miami's for next year is currently being sued by Duke.
Yes, that is true.
Hey, man, how crazy is that?
Yeah.
Darian Mensah. They're seeking an injunction to get him.
Basically block him.
To block him from going into the portal. Temporary restraining order and a preliminary injunction.
Breach of contract, man.
Also, Mendoza's brother transferred to Georgia Tech today. So there's that. Happy
I think everybody knew that was coming.
Because Josh Hoover comes in from TCU. So there you go with
and
the model.
The Vols get Georgia Tech week 1. Or is that week 2? Early in the season. They get to see the other Mendoza.
I trust you on all those things.
Yeah. I'm not quite there yet.
Not looked at it yet.
We are
221 days from college football season.
Zephyr already in it. Zephyr already in. He already making
He's always in.
Tennessee season ended a month and a half ago. I've been to next year for the last 2 months.
Also, here's a squirrel.
Basketball and baseball, Zephyr.
Oh, I'm still following them. Don't worry.
Here's a squirrel moment for me. I just looked up at the clock above Babs' head, and it read 3:33 and 33 seconds. How about that? Vanderbilt at Arkansas. Vandy has lost 2 in a row. Arkansas tough at home, man. What do you think about this matchup, Slay Dog?
Man, I think Arkansas coming off a loss the way that they did is going to be interesting to watch. Vanderbilt coming off their loss. And I think this is going to be closer than a lot of people think because of the guys that can tilt the game. When you look at Vanderbilt, their guards have never been outplayed. Not in one fashion, but the Achilles heel being the bigs, that's what's gotten them beat, in these last 2 games. And Arkansas has some bigs. And guess what? When they play well, Arkansas is running away because their guards also play well night in and night out. So Brazil, Pringle, and Ewing versus Washington, McLaughlin, and Okereke. And I got a cutout that I'm doing not a cutout, whatever it's called, a video or something. I'm doing a little special. Dad, you know all these little terms. I'm doing a little special on our little 5:30 show to break down why Vanderbilt's been struggling. You know, so the last 2 games they 0-2.
2 games.
And the bigs are averaging 15 and 5 and shooting 48%.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of people saying, man, I would take that on my bigs. The difference is the level of competition that you're playing, the margin of error is thin when you're playing that style of competition. So where they're winning it, Florida, Texas, they're winning it in the front court, and you're getting out rebounded almost by 18 a game, that's a problem. You know, so and that falls on the bigs because the guards are doing their thing.
Well, and you were talking about it before they hit this 3-game stretch about how challenging those matchups were going to be, and they have been. And they've been out-rebounded. They've been outplayed down low, and you know, they put together that 16-0, which is incredible, ties a school record, and they did it with a fun style of basketball, and they will. Basketball is such a matchup game.
Yep, absolutely. And they took care of business that was in front of them. You just come into this spot right here. They beat Alabama by 6. You look at it, Alabama was out without Fallon, who had 18 points in 19 minutes in the first half. Aiden Sherrill, their big man, who's had 20 and 10 Alabama's last 2 games, was out that Vanderbilt game. You know what I'm saying? So you take advantage of what it is. Like, you ain't nothing you can do about who they roll out there on the court. You got to play them. So in this situation with Chenalou had 20, 10, and 3. And Alex Condon played big. Houck played big as well. And it'll be the same thing walking into this matchup. If you let Brazil and them get going, and then it can be a problem. That Arkansas crowd will get to rocking, and you look up, man. And I do think it'll be closer, though, because both of them are in the bottom of the league when it comes to rebounding and offensive rebounding.
Okay. Well, we'll be watching for your cut-in or whatever.
Yeah, it's something good though. I don't really know what it is. I got a little graphics just ready though.
I love it.
I stayed up for this, George. Like, I was up last night, got up this morning at 8 to find footage just to present.
I love it. And then you're going to do the social media thing after all is done tonight?
I'll do it Thursday. So I do it
Thursday.
After the Tuesday and Wednesday when they done. Do the wrap up.
Okay. So
it'll be Thursday and Sunday. I don't know. I had to ask my
your rep.
My rep pretty good. My international rep pretty good at that.
International rep. All right, Saleh Dog. Have fun tonight. We'll be watching, brother.
No doubt. Babsy, how was it, Babsy? How was the atmosphere?
Amazing.
She's struggling right now.
Huh?
It was amazing. Yeah, I'm struggling right now. I got my Cincinnati hat on. Okay. Yeah. Because there wasn't a whole lot of fixing hair this morning.
Slay, we started the show. Literally, one of the first things out of her mouth was, "It's either my hair or my bag smells like Jack Daniels."
Yeah. It's intense.
Have a great time.
All right, Slay Dog. See you, man.
All right, man.
All right, thank you. 615-737-1045.
The woman who sold me the Jack Daniels at the game, her nephew is a canine officer at Mount Juliet.
How about that?
How small of a world is that?
Huh.
Yeah.
The woman that sold you Jack Daniels, her nephew is an officer.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And Charlie Becker's from Nashville.
Yeah.
And Charlie Becker's a Nashville kid.
We'll get there. Father Ryan, shout out. That dude had a huge catch on 4th down.
Dude.
Oh, my God. That was one of the...
I said he could arguably be the player of the game.
I said that too, and then Mendoza had that iconic run.
His
into the end
Heisman
zone.
moment.
615-737-1045. What do you think about the Titans' hire of Robert Saleh as head coach? Brandon in the borough. Brandon, what's up?
Yes, sir. I just wanted to know, since Robert Saleh is now our head coach, what's the possibility of other 49ers jumping ship with Robert Saleh, possibly Jawan Jennings? And I'll hang up and listen. Thank you.
Ooh, that's a good question. Jawan Jennings in a contract here.
Yep.
We talked about this the other day, how he would fit. Like, if you bring Calvin Ridley back, Calvin Ridley is a clear number 1. Jawan Jennings would be a number 2. DK
Which is where
would be,
he should be, I think.
That's right. DK would be slot receiver, right? And then you got Io Manor that you can work in. So that if Ridley came back and was healthy, That would be a pretty good little receiving core there for year 2 for Cam
With a
Ward.
better offensive line. But what was the number again, Zeph?
I think the
Spotrac?
Spotrac had it at 22 a year,
Yeah.
22 million a year for his annual average value.
Which is where, like 24, 25?
It's in the mid to low 20s.
Yeah,
That's
which is
too much to me.
I don't know.
Remember when I counted, I think
for a 2?
there were 5 number 2s in that top 25, 30 or so. I'd have to go back and look. I know T. Higgins was in there. One of the Godwin from the Bucks is in there.
That receiver, no, those are dogs. Those receiver dollars are going to go. There we go. Are going to go way up fast. Next few years.
But God.
So if you pay him 25 now, like 2 years from now, that'll be top 40.
Remember when they gave Calvin his contract? Everybody was like, "Whoa, the $93 million for the 4 years," and then all of a sudden, like that was just like an average receiver contract for an average number 1. Because then everybody else got theirs on top of it, and so it made the number that the Titans gave him like, oh, okay, not that bad. That's just kind of how the cap and contracts are progressing.
A lot of y'all are saying Ridley not a true number 1. I get it. I'm not going to push back too much, but if he was on that roster, that's what he is. So I get it. I'm not going to argue. Bought in blood. This show sucks so bad. Why are you watching, bro? You have options.
Why are you in the chat then, bro?
We're not watching your show.
Like,
either,
I don't know about you, but I don't do crap I don't like. I don't watch it. I don't listen to it. I mean, weird. People are weird.
615-737-1045 if you want to watch the show live. We're more than happy to consume all of this discussion with you about Robert Saleh. Also, the national championship. Indiana wins its first ever. 615-737-1045. I want to tell you about our friends at Brentwood Jewelry, 7012 Church Street, located in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. BrentwoodJewelry.com is the website. For more than 50 years, Brentwood Jewelry has been proudly serving the Brentwood community in Middle Tennessee with exceptional style and exceptional deals every day. As a family-owned and operated business spanning 3 generations, they are deeply rooted within the community. From Salem Service and Special Forces to his son serving as local firefighters, the Amamali family is dedicated to giving back in a time that is imperative to support local. You can do it at Brentwood Jewelry. Maybe you're thinking about popping the question. Let Brentwood Jewelry and their design team and beautiful sales staff, let them help you take the stress out of selecting the perfect engagement ring. They can help you find a beautiful ring in your ideal budget. Browse their incredible selection of one-of-a-kind rings or talk with their custom design specialist to create a stunning ring as remarkable as your loved one. Again, in the heart of Brentwood, 7012 Church Street, just off Franklin Road. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for more than 50 years. Visit BrentwoodJewelry.com. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Robert Saleh, new Titans head coach. 1 to 10, what do you think? In terms of moving forward from a positive perspective, what do you think? 1 to 10. 615-737-1045. Nick is in Nashville. Nick, what's up?
Hey, man, y'all got me?
Got you, Nick.
Hey, man, I just want to know y'all's thoughts about Robert Saleh being a defensive coach and maybe Cam Ward not being able to stay under a consistent OC. You know, the NFL is if you do well, your OC gets poached, and if you do poorly, OC gets fired. Y'all have any concerns about Cam maybe not getting the same coach for a few years?
You can't control that part of it, Nick.
You've had success.
Yeah. This is what Albert Breer wrote in Monday Morning Quarterback. I read it a little earlier, but if you missed it, they went through Saleh's detailed plan for Cam Ward, in which Saleh demonstrated a real command of what Ward would need, including staffing on the offensive side with experienced candidates and a second phase plan should a coordinator leave. So they went into that part of it too, even playing chess, moving two moves ahead.
But I don't understand that thinking. Like, I don't worry about that when it happens.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing. That means that your offense will be successful and
That's
your
right.
team will be successful
That's right.
and Cam Ward will be successful. Why would you sit here and worry about having an OC leave after a successful year? Who cares?
That's right. That's the best thing.
That's a good problem to have.
They haven't been in a position to.
It's so bizarre to me. This is like battered Titans syndrome times
For sure.
8,000. Like, oh, well, great. They hired Saleh, but then what if the offensive coordinator has success and they leave and then Cam has to have another one? Well, great.
That's part of life in the NFL. Successful teams lose their coordinators. That's what I mean. I'm like you. If you get to that point, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it was under Vrabel the first couple years, and people liked Vrabel the first couple years. You know why?
Until it
They
wasn't.
were winning.
Until it wasn't. Until he held on to people that he shouldn't have held on to, which is part of why he's not
Specifically
here.
an OC.
Albert Breer, Monday Morning Quarterback, he also wrote, the Titans got a good feel for him in the months of research following Brian Callahan's firing. They talked with people around the league about him. They had Big Jeff reach out to players about him. Players spoke highly of him. Saleh's interview lasted 5.5 hours. First 3 were with the football leadership group, General Manager Mike Borgonzi, President of Football Operations Chad Brinker, top lieutenants Dave Ziegler, Dan Saganey, Reggie McKenzie, and then Amy Adams Strunk. They went down and ate in the cafeteria, ate dinner. So she got to sit down with him for like an hour also.
Didn't even go out to a restaurant, man. Lock him
Literally never let him leave the building.
Yep.
How about that? 615-737-1045. Look here. Eki Bob is in the borough. Bob, what are you doing, man?
Just prepping YouTube videos that I'm going to be making with my brother. That's all.
All right.
That's about right.
Hey, it's a good time. But I do want to just drop a little bit of my thoughts. When they fired Brian Callahan, look, we were there, live taping of the install. We got to be around Callahan. We all felt like this is a guy who we wanted it to work. We wanted it to work with him. But when it didn't, obviously we had to go in a different direction. And I said from the jump that Robert Saleh had to be one of those guys that you have to have in the conversation, simply because all of the messaging coming out of the building was about what type of guy you needed and what type of leader, what type of attitude, what type of coach, what type of toughness, and everything that came out of the building, from Jeff to Borgonzi to all of them, screamed Robert Saleh to me. So I'm at a 10. This is a good thing for
A
the
10?
organization.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm at a 10.
All right.
I'm at a 10. And also, it's mainly because of the litany of guys on the offensive side of the ball that you have access to now that you're making the decision with him. So that's something that I looked at in the back of my mind. So just my thoughts.
All right. Thank you, Bob. Tell your brothers hello.
Oh, of course.
All right. Bob, he's out there bopping, shooting videos. Is that what he's doing?
10.
10 out of 10 for Saleh.
I'm not sure I'm not sure I can ever go a 10.
Here are, like with anybody, like what do you really know?
I mean, unless it's Harbaugh, right?
I mean, NFL coaching search is filled with, every year it's filled with guys that haven't done it before and retreads.
Yes. Well, somebody
So how do
texted
you
me and they were
really
like,
know?
I hate that I just hired a retread. I'm like, okay, but I felt they needed to hire somebody that had that experience, that had already been in that position, had learned from their mistakes, had learned what didn't work. I mean,
I'll tell you what
for
didn't
me,
work. Zach Wilson at quarterback for him.
That did not work. But I wanted a head coach that had experience, that learned from what didn't work.
Me too.
As a Titans fan, I'm like, don't hire a first-time head coach walking into this roster build and a second-year quarterback and all of that. I like Saleh. I like that it's a defensive-minded coach. Now, his OC is going to matter.
Got to get the OC right. Mina Kimes just said, if Mike McDaniel doesn't get a head coaching job this cycle, I'm throwing the biggest bag possible at him. Do you have that?
Yes, I do.
Let's hear it.
I mean, if Mike McDaniel doesn't get a head coaching job this cycle, I'm throwing the biggest bag possible at him just for a year, right? Then he can go back to trying to be a head coach again. But this year, I will repeat exactly what I said for Jackson Dart. It is so important for Cam Ward's development. It's not just about the coordinator. They desperately need wide receiver talent as well.
Yes.
That was an issue that just showed up time and time again. As far as Saleh, though, just to back up for a second, I do think the further we get from his Jets tenure, the more we see what he did with what he was given. Right from the point he was hired in 2021 until he was fired in Week 5 of the 2024 season, that defense was first in yards per play, third in success rate. And since then, well, we've seen the results even before they traded away some of their players. So I do like the idea of him coming in and fixing the defense because this is a problem on both sides of the ball. His leadership abilities are often raved about by folks around the league. But if he doesn't nail the offensive coordinator hire, nothing will matter. And to me, that's the biggest hire, maybe league-wide right now.
Some of the names out there, again, Albert Breer throwing out Mike McDaniel, Cliff Kingsbury, Bobby Slowick, Arthur Smith, Brian Daboll, Mike LaFleur, among others. As potential offensive coordinators. But to Dawn's point, she's exactly right. You want success and you want them moving on.
Worry about that when it gets here.
Yeah, that is a transient business. That is for sure. 615-737-1045 is the number. Your thoughts, Robert Saleh, new Titans head coach. When we come back, Diana Rossini was on with Buck Rising today, and she talked about the Titans hiring Robert Saleh and what should he do, what will he do at offensive coordinator. She mentions Mike McDaniel. We'll talk about that next. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
All right, I've talked about Trajan Wealth for a little while, and I am a client. And let me tell you, they make retirement planning simple. No pressure, no confusing words and jargon, just clear, honest advice from fiduciaries who put your goals first. That word fiduciary, that means that they have to. So you can feel more confident, more prepared, and honestly relieved that you are ready for the future. And if you've ever wondered if your plan could be better, now is a great time. First of the year, get a second opinion, and they will give you a complimentary consultation. They've got 2 locations here in town, Brentwood and Franklin, 615-270-5000. It's TrajanWealth.com if you want more information. But let them see if they can help you and become your partner in your financial wealth journey so you are ready for whatever you want your retirement to look like. Again, that's Trajan Wealth in Brentwood and Franklin, 615-270-5000. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor. Client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
You want to look and feel better about yourself? Well, 2026 can be the year your hair can be fuller and thicker. What's happening, man? You know what it is. It's Big Slate. Now, I slid over there to We Grow Hair to get that little sunroof closed up, grew my hair back, and it was the biggest confidence booster ever. And when you see that little sunroof tilted a little bit, it's time to go and close it up. Unless you're going to chop it off, and I didn't want to do that. You can do the exact same thing. All you got to do is contact them at 615-376-6010. We Grow Hair right here in Nashville for almost 30 years with proven solutions that work. No one else in Tennessee has the Artist Robotic FUE procedure, and We Grow Hair's high-density hair transplants that give you 2 times more hair in one procedure. Fast 45-minute laser treatments. They're available for men and women. Backed by the only company that I trust with thinning hair. That's We Grow Hair. Call them now at 615-376-6010. Go to WeGrowHair.com. for your free consultation right now.
Good afternoon. It's 4 o'clock. I'm Joseph Bonanno live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports to the Mid-Kentucky Downs studios. The Titans head coach search came to an end Monday night as Mike Borgonzi and the Titans front office landed on Robert Saleh to be the next head coach of Tennessee. Salah, who has headed up multiple top 10 defenses in the NFL, was the 49ers defensive coordinator from 2017 to 2020 before becoming the Jets head coach from 2021 to 2024, where he went 20-36. Salah then returned to be the 49ers DC in 2025. The Titans will now turn to building a coaching staff, starting with an offensive coordinator to work with Cam Ward. In Vols news today, Josh Heupel made another big hire. This time in the strength and conditioning department, hiring a national champion strength and conditioning coach in Derek Owens from Indiana. Tonight in SEC Hoops, number 15 Vandy looks to get right after two straight losses as the Commodores head on the road to number 20 Arkansas. Tip-off is at 8 o'clock on ESPN. For your foundation repair, waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Bringing news at once and your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. 3HL is powered by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, springhillac.com. The next college football game is 221 days away. Boy, we had a good one last night, though. That was a physical game. There was a lot of popping in that thing.
There was a lot of blood after the fact. Every single player that you saw in a post-game interview had marks on their face, blood somewhere, blood on their hands. I mean, Mendoza's entire throwing arm is just black and blue and bloody. And oof.
Did you see the Miami
So
running back
physical.
start throwing hands after the game?
Yeah,
I
get out
did.
of here, dude.
Yeah.
Such a good player, too, man.
I know. Like, don't do that.
Come on, Fletcher.
Well, and there was a picture of him and like Fernando Mendoza like hugging, like I guess he was congratulating him, and then like 5 minutes later he was just swinging on a lineman.
To be fair, you don't know what the lineman said, but
True.
but yeah, don't do that, man. They kept showing his mom in the stands when he scored the 56 yards, and she's
Yeah,
like,
they
"That's
kept-
my baby."
They kept talking about his dad who passed away 2 years ago,
Yeah,
and how he sends him a text before every game.
Carson Beck, 19 to 32, 232, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Ended the game. Knew it was coming. Babsy's here. She's back from South Florida.
Let's go.
How long were y'all there? Like 22 hours?
Basically. That's all right.
You need a nap.
It was
don't you?
worth it. Definitely need a nap. But it was worth it.
Fernando Mendoza, 16 to 27, 186 yards. He had the 12-yard touchdown run, which was definitely the iconic play from that football game. Harassed and hit all night, but stood strong, delivered that play on 4th and 4, up 3 on the Miami 12. Indiana running backs, Kalen Black and Roman Hemby combined 36 carries, 139 yards. IU wide receiver Charlie Becker played his high school ball at Father Ryan here in Nashville. He was so big for the Hoosiers. 4 receptions, 65 yards, had the huge catch on 4th and 5 that extended that last touchdown drive while up 3 on the Miami 37. So if he doesn't catch that, and it was one of those back shoulder throws, it was a difficult catch, but he made it. But if he doesn't make that catch, Miami has the ball in the 37, down 3, only needing a field goal to tie it. So huge catch there. Miami edge rusher Reuben Bain Jr., 8 tackles, 1 sack, 2.5 tackles for a loss.
Future Tennessee Titan Reuben Bain Jr.
We're getting pushback from Austin Stanley with A to Z Sports. I need to read this stat. He writes, no edge defender with arms as short as Bain has ever made a Pro Bowl or had a 10-plus sack season since it was tracked in 2000. Austin's got stats.
My response was hogwash.
You wrote hogwash. I wrote eyeball test. Like, watch the dude play football. But, who knows? We'll see. Indiana, first school to win its first national championship in football since Florida did it in 1996. We've had repeat winners since then. And Mendoza's brother hit the portal after the game. Going to Georgia Tech, TCU quarterback Josh Hoover is coming in. 615-737-1045. The Titans did what we said they would do, make news in a forest. We literally said they're going to announce this during the national title game. And they did.
It was right after.
Well, they haven't.
Right after.
Right after.
They haven't officially.
They haven't
put it
announced
on.
it. Yes,
No.
that's true. Which is why Jim White is not on the show today. He'll be on tomorrow. Brian
So
Callahan.
they'll announce it tomorrow. See, they're waiting.
Remember the firing press conference
Yes.
during Monday Night Football?
Oh, yeah.
Was that like at 8 o'clock at night or something?
7 o'clock.
There, yeah, 8 o'clock Eastern.
The press conference?
The press conference
Yeah.
was 7 o'clock.
Then they restructured the front office. That announcement was made on the weekend during the holidays in a forest. The tree falls. Does anybody hear it? New coach news comes out during the national title game or right after. Robert Saleh will be 47 next Saturday, defensive coordinator of the 49ers in 2025. Babsy Davenport is here from South Florida. Did we already do it?
Yep.
Okay, good. There she is. Slay Dog checked in from Charlotte a little while ago. We want your take. Today is Reaction Tuesday to the hiring of Robert Saleh as head coach of the Tennessee Titans. Coming up at 4:20, Stoney Keeley from Football and Other F Words with Zach Lyons and Stoney Keeley. He will join us at 4:20 and give his take on it. You want to talk about numbers? He loves numbers, that's for sure. Diana Rossini was on with Buck Rising today. She talked about the hiring of Robert Saleh and offensive coordinator possibilities, and certainly got into the Mike McDaniel discussion. Check it.
Look, I think the most important thing that Robert Saleh is going to bring, and the fact that it's taken us like 5 minutes to even get to this, who is his offensive coordinator, right? So the Titans hired a defensive-minded head coach who is supposed to bring leadership. Yet we all know the first question they were asking in those meetings, in these interviews, over Zoom, in person, what is your plan for Cam Ward? What are you going to do? And they still hired Robert Saleh without an offensive coordinator in place. So unless they know something we don't, and I can just tell you, I've spoken to many of the coordinators that are available, and none of them have told me they're going to Tennessee right now at this hour. They've had conversations with Robert Saleh, but no one has committed to it. So they must feel good about the plan. I don't know. I didn't speak to anyone close to Robert or Robert specifically about what he presented to Mike Borgonzi and the rest of this crew of, hey, this is what I plan on doing. But it obviously was a good enough sales job that they believed in what he was telling them. And I do think that is part of the process that he learned from Kyle Shanahan of how are you going to get any quarterback that walks in here, including a number 1 overall pick, to have success. And I think that's where he was really able to win over a lot of people in Tennessee. So I do think this is, to me, the bigger story is going to be who he gets here. Like, yes, Robert Saleh, I think he's going to be a fine coach. Offensive coordinator it's probably the biggest offensive coordinator hire in this cycle. Maybe Ravens are close second.
Mike McDaniel is the name Titans fans are banging the table for, and obviously there's a relationship there from their time working together. What do his head coaching prospects look like right now? Is Mike McDaniel still in the mix for any of the 6 openings left in the carousel?
Yeah, he is. Cleveland is still in talks with him. Mike was with Tom Brady and the Raiders decision makers So you saw Spy Tech, you saw Brady. They met with McDaniel earlier in the day, and from what I gather, they like him. And McDaniel comes with a certain kind of style. We've seen it. We all kind of know he's a little outside the box. I think that's how Tennessee felt as well. Like I think they appreciate what he can bring to an offense, but he's a certain type of personality, and you kind of have to. You have to like it and embrace that. And I don't necessarily believe that he was a good fit for what they were looking for. So I still think he's got a shot at one of these head coaching jobs. And if he doesn't get a head coaching job, it's going to be either Tampa, it's going to be the LA Chargers, the Philadelphia Eagles. He's their number 1. So he is certainly going to have a lot of options. I at this hour, I do not get the sense that Mike McDaniel is going to Tennessee. That could change, of course, because you got to see how this stuff shakes out. I know everyone on Twitter is like, oh, my God, Robert Saleh is bringing in Mike McDaniel. That is not on the table at this moment.
Obviously, things can change, but interesting discussion with Diana Rossini today on the Buck Rising Show. You can catch the entire interview where you get your podcasts, 1045thezone.com, or on YouTube, the 1045 The Zone channel.
Way to kill the dream, Diana.
Right?
I mean, in the moment.
I know, I was listening to that in the car on the way in, and I just got deflated.
Well,
did you pull over?
No, I just kept driving.
She kind of squashed the Mike McDaniel OC stuff. Somebody else, I think it was Breer also squashed that and squashed the Mike LaFleur.
Yeah, the thought is he's going to stay in L.A.
Correct.
With the Rams.
Yep. Who else? Cliff Kingsbury. Not a lot of info on what his kind of plans are.
What's he doing?
I don't know. And then Brian Dable and Arthur Smith are the other options. Now,
Bobby Slowick, too.
And Slowick, yes. Which heard interesting stuff of him with C.J. Stroud when he was at Houston. I guess they did not get along. Or had some pre-draft issues
apparently
that now come out.
CJ didn't even think that Houston was going to draft him because it went so bad in their final meeting.
Yep.
And then they ended up trading up for him.
You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Kent writes, national media always kills our dreams.
Bringing truth,
Oh, man.
Yes.
I did see another one I wanted to read because I'm curious. Here it is. Our rookie. Why y'all come on here and explain? Why y'all come on here and complain so damn much? Damn. Yeah, the chat's kind of out there today.
Chat is
Did
negative
you guys
and
try to have hot cereal and it was cold, or you run out of milk for your cereal?
I don't know.
What's going on?
Everybody's a little pissy in that chat, though. Somebody put, does anyone have a problem with Salah being Muslim? And then that set the whole chat off.
I promise it does not matter in this situation.
That's a question. I did read
legit.
that he is the.
And people all jumped in on it.
I did read that he was the first Muslim head football coach in the NFL. I did read that.
Good for him.
Great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can he win games?
Moving on.
I mean, the only
Who's
thing
the
that
OC?
matters, exactly, and the only thing that matters is that whatever he does personal observance wise, doesn't interfere with his ability to do his job, which it hasn't.
No matter what it is, it could be anything. All right, let's get Stoney Keeley's take when we come in here, when we come back from football and other F words. That's
Talk
next.
to him about OCs.
Yep, 3HL, powered by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, springhillac.com.
MedicalHouseCalls.com. This is healthcare designed for your life. This has everything you're looking for right under one umbrella. You get primary health care, you get urgent care, you get IV therapy, all of this right here, man. Even weight loss, you can slide that in there. All you got to understand is when you're out there on the go as much as you are, especially through this time where the kids getting ready to go back to school, yeah, it's a problem because sicknesses are being brought home. And you're like, you know what? I don't want to get ill, so what should I do? Probably feeling a little sniffles, get the mobile IV therapy. What they're going to do is athletic recovery, immune boosting blends, rapid rehydration, energy boost that'll get you back to feeling the way you're supposed to, the way you want to feel. It's vitamins, minerals, and nutrients going straight to your bloodstream. You get maximum absorption, giving you rapid results and immediate symptom relief. All you got to do is call or text 615-838-2375. 615-838-2375. Text or call. Watch them get back to you, and you get back to feeling like you. MedicalHouseCalls.com.
Tupac Tuesday, 3HL 1045 The Zone. Glad to be with you. Blessed to all be together. If you're dealing with something challenging, just know you're loved. 615-737-1045. Sig Natty. I saw you with that hat before the game started.
Yeah.
Y'all were confident.
Good luck hat.
It worked out well for me. Indiana won, and by less than 8.5.
By the way, got to give Todd Furman some crap.
No, he plus 8.5.
I know, but he also said he thinks Miami will win outright.
Yeah, he should have stopped at the plus 8.5 part.
Exactly.
I mean, they had a chance. Carson Beck doesn't throw that pick. They were kind of rolling.
But that's
there
what
on that last
Carson
one.
Beck does.
I know.
Which is exactly what I said. I said over. What did I say?
That's
Over
why I didn't
under on Carson Beck picks.
And
He
Furman
did
said
put it
over.
at 0.5 over.
Yep. So he got that one, too.
He got that one.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do with that. And then ultimately I just left it with Miami plus 8.5. And it worked out. But Slay yesterday, your boy Harder gets to him, man. Slay went Indiana and bumped the line up from 7.5 to 12.5.
Oh, oops.
Harder gets to talking, and he's like, Harder's like 16.5. Slay's like, yeah, Harder.
Which is funny because he was not that confident.
He wasn't?
No. He was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
He was not yesterday, trust me.
That Miami defense was something, man. And credit to Indiana. They just kept getting up and doing their thing.
It's a good game.
That whole team is black and blue today. But they've got the trophy.
Both teams are black and blue today. That was a physical matchup.
Yeah, Signetti said they get a rest day today, and then they're back to work on Wednesday.
He's such a weirdo.
A dominant weirdo. Stoney Keeley joins us now. Football and other F words. Stoney, what's up? How are you?
Doing well, guys. Just getting ready to batten down the hatches and hole up in my house for a few days with all this snow coming. Got to make sure I've got all my milk and bread and all that.
Yeah, everybody's got to make French toast.
That's right.
The mayor says that every
French
snow.
toast.
He's like, why? Why do you
Milk
go
and
get
bread.
milk and bread?
I can't, honestly, Stoney, I can't tell you the last time I had a glass of milk.
I can't either. You know what? I see like Jim Harbaugh drinking milk with his steak, and it kind of does something in my stomach. I have to fight back a little bit of vomit just seeing that.
Stoney Keeley will be in studio Friday from 5 until 6 o'clock before Snowmageddon comes this weekend. Robert Saleh, the new Titans head coach. They have not announced it yet, but it's happening. What do you think about this hire?
Yeah, I'm a little lukewarm on it, to be honest, because I don't know if it's just because I've been hurt so many times as a Titans fan. I try not to get my hopes up, but I think there are some troubling things about his tenure in New York. I mean, you point to the record. They just didn't win a lot under Saleh, but some of his choices with the offensive coordinator didn't really pan out there. There's some troubling stuff about the locker room and how his defense kind of vocally came out against his support of Zach Wilson when he was trying to stand by him as his quarterback. I think the leader of men, tough guy bit that everybody's celebrating right now, I get why it's needed, but we've also seen in the final days of Mike Vrabel here how grating that type of personality can be if you're not winning games. So what's going to happen if they're not winning games right out of the gate with Robert Saleh? I think those are my concerns, but there's a long list of pros to go with it. Every defense that he's coached has been awesome. He has the experience. There's an immediate energy shift in that building, immediate identity that comes right away with just the presence of Saleh. And while he does have this tough guy reputation, if you listen to some of his players talk about him, his ability to teach is strong. And I think those are things that, this Titans team, this Titans franchise could use an injection of right now.
Good point. The big question, obviously, is, okay, Saleh's hired, which the Titans have not made it official yet. We're assuming that will happen tomorrow. But big question is, who's the OC, right? I think a lot of Titans fans are okay with the hire with Saleh as long as the OC is a correct choice that can help to develop Cam and have control of this offense. And that's important. don't know if you heard Diana Rossini earlier basically saying McDaniel is probably not an option here in Tennessee, but what are you thinking at that OC spot? Saleh has some contacts.
Well, Don, I'm glad you asked. Titans fans will be relieved to know that Todd Downing was actually on his staff in New York in 2023 and 2024.
Stop right now. Vrabel won't let that dude go. He's not going to let him go anywhere.
Seriously.
That would be a great starting point that all Titans fans would rejoice to hear. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, Mike McDaniel is kind of the pipe dream, but I would say keep dreaming if you're wanting McDaniel here in Tennessee. Just because, this guy's still interviewing for head coaching opportunities.
That's right.
And then when you look at the OC openings, the LA Chargers, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I think this Titans job is certainly attractive in its own right, but I don't know that he's going to come here and win right away as he would in some of those other places. You think about this 49ers tree that you could just pluck guys off of, and they're going to end up being offensive coordinators and head coaches one day. But Clay Kubiak, who's been a popular name, it doesn't sound like Kyle Shanahan's letting him go. He has flat out said, why would I let my offensive coordinator go be an offensive coordinator somewhere else? So wouldn't get your hopes up there. Mike LaFleur, it sounds like leaning towards staying in Los Angeles. So I think there are some interesting choices out there. Our buddy Zach Lyons shared a piece from The Athletic in 2024 on Twitter earlier today that listed Art Smith and Cliff Kingsbury as guys that Saleh wanted to bring in when he was at the Jets and couldn't make it happen. So you look at some options there. Maybe he's paired with a guy like Brian Daboll. Maybe he's paired with a guy like Matt Nagy. Some of these other candidates that the Titans have been interviewing. I feel like there's a wealth of guys from that 49ers tree that I mentioned from his time there. Adam Stenavich, who's the current Packers OC. Bobby Slowick is still out there. Joe Embry, Shane Day, Brian Fleury. You could literally just pull up the coaching staff in San Francisco and pluck a guy from it. A name I would mention that I'm intrigued by because of the Mike McDaniel connection. Guy down in Miami, Frank Smith, has an O-line tight end background, but he was the run game coordinator with Mike McDaniel down there in Miami. Some of the most creative run concepts that the NFL has seen in recent years. Under his tutelage, under McDaniel's tutelage, I wonder if Frank Smith is a guy that would be appealing for this kind of job.
Real quick, just because I always love to use the breaking news sounder, it's probably not worthy, but maybe it is to some people. Go ahead, Jeff.
All right, Tom Pelissero putting out that former Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel has informed the Cleveland Browns that he is withdrawing his name from their head coaching search ahead of a scheduled in-person interview tomorrow. So he'll cancel that. He is still a candidate for the Ravens and Raiders head coaching jobs and is currently interviewing for the Chargers offensive coordinator job today.
So that leads us down the path. Mike McDaniel's news is going to come out soon, right? He doesn't pull out of the job just to pull out of the job, right?
I would. It's the freaking Browns. Right? He just said that, and I'm like, yeah, no Shiano, Sherlock. He can probably pick where he wants to be next. No.
Well, people can throw the narrative that nobody wanted to be the head coach of the Titans, but look at what are the Browns fans thinking now?
It's tough sledding up there, man. I don't know, what are you just rewinding and playing Myles Garrett highlights over and over just to stay sane, just to have some hope there?
Don't you feel sorry for that guy? Wow.
Ooh, no kidding.
A lot of people felt sorry for Big Jeff.
Yeah. That's true. So we talked about Mike McDaniel. You mentioned Clay Kubiak and some others. What about the potential, the possibilities of maybe a Cliff Kingsbury, a Bobby Slowick, an Arthur Smith, a Brian Daboll? What about those guys?
Yeah, so I actually, Brent, we've talked about Cliff Kingsbury before, and the thing that concerns me is how much he wants to run his quarterback, and I just don't see Cam Ward being that style of quarterback. So the question would obviously be, how willing is Kingsbury to adapt his system to suit the strengths of Cam Ward? And what does that offense look like? because I do think there are some fun, Kingsbury has an air raid background in college. And I do think there are some fun elements to those passing concepts in that scheme that would be really fun to watch with Cam Ward, but I don't know what the playbook looks like. And if we're going to be running Cam Ward 30 times a game, I'm exaggerating, but walk with me here. If we're going to run him like crazy, is the same thing that happened to Kyler Murray and Jaden Daniels going to happen to Cam Ward? Because I ain't really interested in that right now. I don't want to go through the injury concerns. So I would be curious about that. Arthur Smith, I think, is a really intriguing option. And I know he's probably not the most popular guy among Titans fans, but the context of OC instead of head coach, Arthur Smith did some really good stuff in here in Tennessee when he had some decent personnel with him. The personnel usage questions rose when he was with Atlanta, when he was with Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh was trotting out 5 tight ends in a set, and they're trying to throw the ball. And it didn't make a whole lot of sense, but Smith does have a track record of success here in Nashville, and maybe with an uptick in personnel at the skill position, maybe things would change. And with Dayball as well, I think, and this is a guy that gets a lot of credit for the development of Josh Allen. And right now, folks in Buffalo are kind of saying, hey, let's bring this guy back in to be our head coach and keep this train rolling. So I don't know how available he is going to be, but certainly another guy that has proven success at the NFL level. And I think that's what the Titans are looking for right now.
I think Titans fans would not be pleased with and maybe I'm wrong, but an Arthur Smith OC hire, even though we saw what he was able to do. But run heavy scheme, right? Multiple tight ends.
Timing throws too.
Does that scheme fit what Cam Ward's strengths are? Because it doesn't seem like it on paper.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so on paper either. And again, this is kind of a similar question to hey, how are you going to evolve this system? Because we saw Ryan Tannehill take plenty of deep shots to A.J. Brown when he was the offensive coordinator here in Tennessee, but it does
but
kind of...
A.J. Brown ain't here.
you raise a good point. We're counting on things, if we're looking for silver linings, we're counting on things that we haven't really seen in 6 years, in 6 seasons. So I do think it would be a little uninspiring. I don't know. I don't know that I would necessarily call Arthur Smith's offenses in Atlanta or Pittsburgh innovative, but he has the experience and he checks that box. And I feel like he's in the good graces of this organization. He got an interview for head coach. There are some ties to Robert Saleh in their past when he wanted to bring him into New York. So I think it's a connection that you can make. They could do worse than Arthur Smith, but I would want to aim a little higher myself.
Yeah.
Stoney Keeley, football and other F words. He'll be on 3HL 5 to 6 o'clock on Friday in studio. I know you're a schematic football nerd, so I want to ask this. And this was always a talking point back in the day. You run a 4-3 or a 3-4, and way back in the day it was a 5-2 and all these things. But now everybody's so multiple. The Titans have technically run a 3-4 defense the last, decade, right? Saleh is a 4-3 guy. Do you anticipate seeing some things change on the defensive side schematically, because word is he's going to call the plays?
I am quite curious to see how he views this defense, because his first run as defensive coordinator with San Francisco, he was kind of known as we're just going to rush 4 no matter what. We're going to have 4 down. They're going to line up, block, and we're going to drop everybody else into coverage. Played a lot of cover 3 behind that front. But what's interesting is, this is the fun part, by the way. We got the hire, so now I can start digging into the tape and going back and watching some of this stuff from the last year. But
yeah,
he really did a good job of mixing in more 5-man fronts, which is something that we saw the Titans have success with in 2025. Denard Wilson was running a few more 5-man fronts than we're used to seeing. And what that effectively does is you line up 5-on-5, you're creating 1-on-1 blocks, and there ain't a whole lot of offensive linemen in the league that can block Jeffrey Simmons 1-on-1. So schematically, you are creating those advantages there. And so I'm curious to see if that's something that Saleh leans into, because it does kind of feel the way this Titans team is built right now from a personnel standpoint, that is probably the strength of this team right now. So does he lean into that? And maybe he blitzes a little more. He was never really a big blitzer until 2025 when he started sprinkling it in a little bit more. So I will say his units tend to be predicated on rangy guys that can cover space, and that's not just the defensive backs, but the linebackers as well. You look at guys like Dre Greenlaw, Fred Warner that have played in that system. Man, Saleh's been down to like his 10th and 11th linebacker in San Francisco this season, and they were still getting results. So I think big, powerful front, and I think rangy guys behind it. I think that's the building block for what he's going to build out here in Tennessee.
Yeah, that's interesting. 104.5 The Zone is headed to the Senior Bowl thanks to Lions Ford. Listen and subscribe to Football and Other F Words as they bring a show each day from the 2026 Senior Bowl in Mobile, Alabama. January 26th through the 31st. Be sure to follow them on social media at FWordsPod to get all the latest news and info from the Senior Bowl thanks to Lions Ford. Visit 1045thezone.com for more information. Stoney firmly involved in that. I know you love going down there to the Senior Bowl. Last night, eyeball test. I know his arms are short. Reuben Bain Jr., man. What do you think?
And he tends to show up in the big moments. He's had a heck of a run during the playoffs. I think my concerns about Bain have little to do with the measurables, because I think you got a guy that is built like him, that has power, which you guys have heard Greg Cosell talk about it too. Power is that one thing as an edge rusher that's going to translate to the next level. He's got the power. He's got some bend. I don't know necessarily where you play him in the NFL, if he's going to just line up wide, pin his ears back and rush, or if they're going to move him in to play three-tech along the defensive line. I think he's a guy that can make a difference. My worry about him is that stretch of games after September before the playoffs started, because I watched a lot of that tape and I felt like there were some plays that we didn't see the finish that we've seen during this playoff run. And I'm thinking specifically about that Louisville game. It ain't like Louisville has all pro tackles on each end of the offensive line, not to just completely throw strays at Louisville offensive line play today, but those guys kind of put him in a blender for a little bit. And
although they are experienced there. I mean, they have an old offensive line, yeah. But yes, you're right.
The fact that, he wasn't really finishing consistently against those guys, it raises a minor red flag for me. And I'm like, I don't like a guy that's got selective effort. Don't just turn it on for the big game. So I would be rooting that out and seeing like what's going on there, making sure, hey, he wasn't like dealing with an injury or something during that stretch in the middle of the season. But I felt like he vanished for a lot of the 2025 campaign. If you get the guy that showed up these last couple of games during the playoffs, sign me up. That guy can be a game wrecker, but I think there's some digging to do.
Yeah.
What do you think about Carnell Tate? A lot of people have him, at least early in the draft process, as the number one receiver.
Are you just trying to get me to make people mad, Brent? Because I'm not a Carnell Tate fan either.
Okay.
No, I think there are a lot of similarities, and I mean this as a compliment. It's going to come out and people are going to say it's awful, but he reminds me a lot of Corey Davis. And not the fastest guy. I don't think he's going to be like separating against man coverage down the field. I don't think he's going to be running away from dudes, but the catch radius is insane because of the length. He's a pretty shifty kind of guy, so I could just see him making or becoming a contested catch specialist in the NFL. It's not to say that he's not deserving of a first-round pick in this draft. I think he probably is, but I'm looking at more of Jordan Tyson as long as the medical bill clears. Like, he's probably wide receiver one. Big fan of Mekhi Lemon out of USC as well. And I think both of those guys have more of a shot at being a team's true wide receiver one than Tate does.
Love it.
The Titans need somebody who can freaking separate.
Yeah, they need speed. Maybe one or two playmakers in this draft on offense.
That's what I'm saying. Get dudes that can run. More dudes that can run.
Let's not make it harder than
That
it needs to be,
a shirt.
right? Yeah, we need dudes that can run. You're going to run on in here on Friday. Look forward to it. 5 to 6. Stoney will be on 3HL. Thank you, Stoney. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you guys. Hey, we're getting to Mobile next week if we have to walk. So appreciate the shout out. We'll talk soon.
There we go.
There he is, Stoney Keeley. Football and Other F Words. They do that show on YouTube on Thursdays?
Yes.
Yes. On all the stream places. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please. By the way, you need to ask about David Bailey on Friday when you have Stoney on.
David Bailey, yes. I do. You're right about that.
Yes, and there are quite a few people in the chat that are super high on him.
By then, we probably will start to go through, because he's preparing for the Senior Bowl, we'll probably start going through draft stuff on Friday. That's probably happening, yes. 3HL powered by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, springhillac.com. More on Robert Saleh getting hired as Titans coach. What do y'all think? You excited about it? You upset about it? Where are you 1 to 10 with this hire moving forward in a positive direction? Robert Saleh, the new head coach of the Tennessee Titans. More 3HL next. If you want in, 615-737-1045. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Love this song. Tupac Tuesday. Brett Doherty, Don Davenport. Babs' husband is happy.
He is living his best life right now. So happy.
How's he doing?
We're on the struggle bus today. We celebrated appropriately.
Did you see Buck Rising when you were down there?
So funny. We tried to meet up.
Him?
Yeah, like at halftime, we went over to like the area where his seats were and tried to get him there. And then after the game, we were too busy celebrating, but he called and then we never ended up meeting up with him. So we never saw Buck in Miami.
That's funny. Sprinkling in a little national championship coverage with you today as we talk through the Titans hiring of Robert Saleh as head coach. From sports odds history, the longest preseason odds to win the national championship of teams that went on to win the national championship. So preseason odds. Third highest ever, there's a tie. Ohio State in 2014, plus 4,000, meaning you put up $1, you win 400. LSU, 2003, plus 4,000. Number 2, biggest preseason odds to win the national championship from a team that won the national championship, 2010, Auburn, plus 5,000.
Yeah.
And number 1, happened last night, 2025 Indiana. Prior to the season, you could get Indiana to win the national title at plus 10,000.
Wow.
That means you put up $1, you get $1,000 coming back.
Wow.
And now they get Josh Hoover next year.
Did you see
TCU quarterback
Cignetti's daughter after last year's run texted, this is hilarious, texted her dad.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you said that today.
Texted her dad and here, let me actually find it because she put like basically like a dash mark and what did the tweet say? Wins first D1 playoff game, scores 66 points, improves to 12-1. And then she tweeted, and Kirk Cignetti, everybody. And it was a screenshot of her text with her dad. And she said, "Are you happy?" And all he responded was no. That's it. That's all he responded. So then she texted him and said, "Hey, Dad, this tweet of mine from 2019 resurfaced randomly. Everyone is wondering if you're happy now. So are you happy?" And he put yes with like a million red exclamation points.
That's funny. 615-737-1045. What do you think about Robert Saleh hired as Titans coach? 1 to 10 in terms of positivity moving forward. What do you think? Larissa, next up on 3HL. Larissa, what's up?
Hi, guys. Welcome back, Dawn.
Thank
when
you.
I called yesterday, I said, Dawn is living her best life, honey. You better keep it fun and sexy, girl. I mean, I love every bit of it. But I'm glad the coach search is over. You know, I'm excited to see what Saleh's going to do. I would think that, I don't know, a scale of 1 to 10, just call it a 9.5 or a 10. You know, it's up there.
Okay.
And again, it can only get better. Hopefully, fingers crossed, you know. But it's a good time to be right?
Yes.
It's a good time to be a Titans fan. And, you know, just kind of those who are seemingly concerned about him being a Muslim, don't do that mess. Don't do that. We're better than that.
That was
the
one
man's
comment
also
in the
a
chat.
husband. Yeah, he's a father. Come on.
He's got 7 kids, Robert Saleh. 7.
Oh, okay, sir. Does he really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well. He's got a team. Okay, I don't have any comment on that one. But I look forward to see what's going to happen with this season, and everybody tighten up. It's, you know, now he is the new head coach of the Tennessee Titans. So that's it.
By the way,
welcome back, Don.
While we have you, Larissa, Skinny BFL on YouTube writes, "I'll never forget when Larissa called right after Vrabel got fired. She was crying and saying he didn't deserve it. She was right."
I was not crying, honey. I think that was the wrong person.
It might have been. You're a very positive person like me. I love it. Thank you, Larissa. Appreciate it.
We got to spread the love, Mayor. All right. I'll talk to you guys later.
See you. 615-737-1045. Like, I know we're in Sports Talk Radio, and you must have an opinion right now. He's going to be the best ever, the worst ever, and, you know, all those things. I don't know. I said yesterday on the show, this is what I'm going to be when they hire a coach. Wait and see. We'll see what happens. I know I'm supposed to be like, oh, Robert Saleh is the greatest hire ever or the worst hire ever or all these things. But unless you were in the room, how do you really know?
I like the hire.
I mean, I'm intrigued by
I like the Callahan hire. And people forget, when they hired Brian Callahan, he was a really popular candidate. Like, it was a big deal that the Titans got him.
He was like the number one guy in that cycle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And look how that turned out.
615-737-1045. Yeah, not great.
Not great.
He was the first coach fired last year. Mike in Old Hickory. Mike, what you got today, man?
Well, it's about a 0, maybe a 1. I've never heard of this guy, and maybe Babs has.
Mike,
We've
he
all
coached
heard
the Jets
for 4 years. Well, 3 and change.
And then my question is, what is his connection to Cam Ward?
Oh, he's got zero connection to Cam Ward.
Yeah, but most of these guys aren't going to have connection to Cam Ward.
Okay, but he's a DC. He's a defensive coordinator from 49ers, right?
Yes.
Coming here to Tennessee and has no connections to Cam Ward. So are you saying that we're going to have a winning season next year?
I have no idea, Mike. I have no idea.
But
we don't know who his offensive coordinator is.
Exactly. That's the more important thing. And if they, it doesn't matter if he has connections to Cam Ward or not. They could still have a losing or winning season. Like, that's
You cannot win. You cannot win without a quarterback. And quite frankly, if we have zero connection to this new coach, to Cam Ward,
guess what, Mike?
You know what? A year from now, you and I are going to be on the phone saying, who's the next head coach?
Guess what, Mike?
I don't
So would you say that Josh Allen is a good quarterback in the NFL?
He is. He's one of the best. And you know what? He lost.
Well, you know what his head coach that won a playoff game, at least one playoff game in 7 consecutive seasons, defensive guy.
What I'm talking about is Cam Ward as the quarterback, not Buffalo or whatever you're talking about.
No, you mentioned defensive coordinator can't develop a quarterback. That's what you said, Mike.
Cam Ward, who spent 1 year not getting injured and did a pretty good job, and now we're hiring a head coach who's a defensive coordinator.
Right. So did the Bills, and they've been to the playoffs 8 out of 9 years. They've been to 2 AFC championship games. The Bills hired a defensive coordinator coach.
But you know what we need to do in the offseason? What does Cam Ward now think about this defensive coordinator from the 49ers?
Well, guess what, John?
He's probably all about it. Great.
Guess what, John?
Who's my OC?
Guess what John Harbaugh was? Special teams coordinator. He did okay with Lamar Jackson.
And where's John Harbaugh? He could have been here. But no, he's going
he
to
didn't want to be here.
Okay, Mike.
He doesn't want, there you said it. He doesn't. John Harbaugh didn't want to be here.
No, he wanted to be
because he wanted to be with the Giants, which is a national market. And
exactly.
Thank you,
what?
Mike. Thank you, Mike. Thank you,
Mike.
Gosh.
Listen,
Mike was saying a whole lot of nothing.
There's a wide range in his phone calls.
Yes, you've been very good lately. But Mike, this call today, it ain't it. Ain't it? I love you, Mike. But
I always love reading the chat after a Mike call.
He gets a reaction.
Yeah.
But the thought that a defensive coordinator can't run a team that has a good quarterback is just not right.
No, it's not right.
Anyway.
And I'm okay with a defensive guy as a head coach for this Titans team.
Meanwhile, my buddy Sean Centers, happy birthday, Sean, belated.
OC.
We did, Slade shouted you out for a birthday a minute ago, or a couple of days ago. He said, you got to love Larissa's energy. I do love Larissa's
She always brings
energy.
it.
Yeah. Very positive.
Hey, do you think Mike knows that Mike Vrabel was a defensive guy? Do you think he knows that?
Probably not.
I mean, Drake May's doing pretty good up in New England right now.
I mean, we could list a million defensive-minded head coaches
or
that
non-offensive
have great quarterbacks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The OC hire is huge. Huge.
Mike McDonald up in Seattle. Sam Darnold had a pretty good season.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Stay on Mike McDaniel. Why did he pull out of the Brown search? What's he got going? What's he got cooking?
Because it's the freaking Browns, Mayor.
Yeah, I really think
there really does not have to be anything else. It literally can just be that.
I think he looked
He's like, I'm not going to waste my time and go to this dysfunctional franchise that I know I'm not taking the head coaching job there.
Well, just think about the suitors that he has. The Ravens, Lamar Jackson, way better than anything the Browns
They
have
may
on
trade him.
offense. May not if they get McDaniel. The Raiders, first overall pick, probably going to get Fernando Mendoza. That's pretty attractive, I would have to say. In any of the coordinator jobs, I mean, Cam Ward, Justin Herbert, the Eagles offense with that offensive line, like the Browns are very bottom on the list.
615-737-1045, 5 o'clock hour coming up. What do you think? It's kind of a two-topic day today. National champion is clad in red and cream. Is that what they call them?
Crimson and cream.
Crimson and cream, yeah. Crimson and clover, over and over. Crimson and cream. Indiana wins the national championship, and the Titans hire Robert Saleh. Your take, 615-737-1045.
What's happening, good people? Big Slay here. And guys and ladies, get real about your health this year. It's the time. Synergix and Low T Center, from a limited time right now, the men's TRT test is free. And women, hormone tests, normally $299 is now $99. And the weight loss consultation is free as well. Walk in, book an appointment at getmyhealthfix.com. Now, understand this, in today's AI world, you can't even trust your own eyes anymore. You got to stop and ask, is this real? Well, you know what is real? Your health. Understand that. And know the convenience of Synergix and Low T Center. They got clinics all over town, and you can walk in to meet your real provider, not a chat bot on a website. None of that. They got it right there waiting on you. Talk about your symptoms and your health goals, and they will create a treatment plan that's just tailored for you. They even give you the power to choose if you want to be treated in a clinic or at home. So go to getmyhealthfix.com. That's getmyhealthfix.com.
Good afternoon. It's 5:01. I'm just been on the live from the 104.5 The Zone Circus Sports at the Mint Kentucky Down Studios. The Titans head coach search has come to an end as Mike Berganza and the front office landed on Robert Saleh to be the next head coach of the Tennessee Titans. Saleh, who's headed up multiple top 10 defenses in the NFL, was the Niners defensive coordinator from 2017 to 2020 before going to the Jets as head coach from 21 to 24. Where he went 20-36. Saleh then returned to the 49ers as DC in 2025. In NFL news today, former Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel has told the Cleveland Browns that he is withdrawing his name from their head coaching search. McDaniel still has head coaching interviews with the Ravens and Raiders, as well as offensive coordinator interviews with the Chargers, Eagles, and Bucks. Tonight in SEC Hoops, number 15 Vanderbilt looks to get right after two straight losses as the Commodores head on the road to number 20 Arkansas. Tip-off for that one is at 8 o'clock on ESPN. For our foundation repair, waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful evening in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Hump Day coming up tomorrow. Slay Dog will be back. He's in Charlotte on the SEC Network tonight. Vandy with an opportunity in front of them. I can't wait to watch this game. Vanderbilt and Arkansas.
To get back on it.
In Arkansas. Looking forward to that one. That's coming up tonight at 8 o'clock. On ESPN, Arkansas favored by 1.5. Vandy's dropped its last two after a 16-0 start. Hogs are undefeated at home this season. FPI gives Vanderbilt a 50.8% chance to win, despite being an underdog. That's as close to 50-50 game as you can get.
Should be a fun matchup.
You going to watch it?
Nope.
What?
I knew you were going to say that.
What?
Just out of spite?
Yeah.
Because Vanderbilt smoked your football team?
No, not because Vanderbilt smoked my football. It's because my basketball team decides that they want to blow leads to Kentucky at home.
They needed the midweek off this week.
I'm still frustrated from that loss.
Here's the frustrating part of Tennessee basketball. Number one, they're not that good. Number two.
Yes, that's true.
They've got no fight, man. To Slay's point, Slay put on Twitter, you allowed Kentucky to walk you down while talking about it to you in your own building.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Slay challenging them.
Like, there have been some tough losses, like, over the years, but that one that was such a gut punch. Like,
I mean, they could not do anything with Denzel Aberdeen in the second half.
No, not at all. Defensively, not at all. And the turnovers and just, like, the lack of... Like, it felt like there was no, like, urgency there at the end of the game with the game on the line as Kentucky was closing down on you.
I wonder what the over-under is tonight, Vanderbilt and Arkansas. I'm going to look it up because that game is going to be fun. 8 o'clock, ESPN. And I will be watching, Zeph Dog. This lady over here probably going to be asleep.
Yes. It will probably be on as I fall asleep.
Yeah. At one point yesterday, I said, what do you think the odds are? Like 1 to 10. I like doing 1 to 10s. Like 1 to 10, Babs has a drink in her hand right now. And I think it was like 3:10. Like it was beginning of the show. So like 3:05 p.m. 4:05 there.
Oh, shoot.
I said you had one in each.
Yeah, he said.
Yeah. I actually did.
Bang!
I actually did. I had a high noon and a beer.
I mean, you don't go to a national championship and not double fist. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
A high noon and a beer.
A high noon and a beer. Dude,
I know what your husband was drinking. He is straight up Jack Daniels, that guy.
Oh, no. It was interesting. He was like, I'm not going to over drink early because I want to enjoy it.
You have to drink beer on stuff like that.
Be in the moment all night. And I was like, okay.
Oh, he wanted to be in the moment.
Yes.
Was he in the moment at the end?
Oh, no. He ended up drinking a lot.
Yeah. Did he shed a tear?
He was in. He was in the moment.
He better
I don't
have
blame
shed a
him.
tear. I would have. I would have
That's
cried
what
my
Zeph
eyes
was
out.
like. I would have cried my eyes out.
I mean, I was sitting at the Fiesta Bowl watching Tennessee win a national title and sit on the ball to do it, like just down the ball. And I was more in disbelief than I was anything else. But I know a lot of people.
I think he was too.
Yeah. I know a lot of people in that building, Tennessee fans, were like, hey, man, just give us this one. I never want another one again. If I get this one, I don't want another one again.
That deal.
You know that's what happened.
Yeah.
I cried when the Braves won the World Series in 2021. That was the first championship I ever saw one of my favorite teams win.
I cried when I wrote this song. Excuse me if I played too long.
Realize how. I guess you do realize how hard it is, though. Look at that Indiana program. That was the losingest college football program in the entire country.
713 losses to start the season, and then more than anybody in college football. And then Northwestern passed them this year.
Yeah.
Because Indiana didn't lose.
Because Indiana kept winning.
Yeah.
It's nuts. And I just, to watch, all of the IU people, it was emotional for them, man. They have never had, this is their first one ever. But I think about it too. So when Auburn played FSU in the national championship, that was at the Rose Bowl. I took my brother. My brother and I went. And at that point, I'm like, oh, yeah, we'll get back there, right? Because we were there a few years prior, whatever. I'm like, oh, yeah, we'll get back. No big deal. No, it's freaking hard. And we have not been back.
Hard. It's freaking
and
hard.
It doesn't look like we're going to get back anytime soon right now. The entire roster's in the portal.
And that's the case for literally every sport.
It is.
Pro, college,
special,
whatever. It is hard to win a championship. And so when you win it, you better take full advantage of it.
Parch 1 Anthony says, I will cry if the Titans ever win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
100%. As much as this fan base has been through,
seriously.
Can you imagine?
Is Robert Saleh the guy to get him there?
That's the question. 615-737-1045. If you want in, we have one line open. A lot of people want to weigh in. And I'm trying to, there it is. Vanderbilt-Arkansas. Vandy is now favored by 1.5.
Somebody said the line shifted.
The total, 175.5. This is going to be fun.
Dang.
That's like 78, 77.
Let's go.
Quick math. All right, 3HL bingo card coming up at 5:45. Snowmageddon coming up. We've talked about that. They currently have Nashville getting anywhere between 11 and 19 inches of snow in the storm. Most ever in the history of Nashville came in the 1800s. 17, what was it that I said? 17.6 maybe? 17.3, most ever. Wouldn't that be something? 615-737-1045. Mitchell in Hendersonville. What you got, Mitchell?
Yeah, so I don't know what Mike's deal is. Is he rage baiting or does he believe what he's saying?
I actually think Mike believes what he says.
He has the widest range of takes out of any 3HL crew member. Anybody listening, he has the widest range of takes.
So people tend to forget the 2021, 2022, whatever, the Jets. They were bad. Everyone forgets. They had a top 10 defense with Salah.
Yep.
If we can at least have a top 10 defense with Cam Ward at the helm, it gives him the ball more times to go out and win us some ball games. And also, we had Derrick Henry with no QB, and Derrick Henry was winning us ball games because we also had a top 10 defense. So screw you, Mike.
With all love and respect.
Screw all love and respect.
That's amazing. 615-737-1045. I'm excited about it, but I was going to be no matter what. Jay, change. Let's go.
Listen.
Maybe this is the day that they move forward toward the Super Bowl.
Can I also point this out? Do we want to go through some of the list of the other names that were possible head coaching candidates? I think this is a hell of a hire when some of those options were also on the table.
What they talk to 18
Jason
people?
Garrett?
The yellow Starburst.
I'll
never forget that. That was funny.
Oof.
I mean, yeah, they talked with a bunch
lot of people were anti-Nagy too. Guess what? You don't have Nagy.
But we said this on the front end. This is what happens in NFL coaching hires because we've seen a lot of them here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody bashes every candidate. That's kind of where we are.
I mean, because they're all going to be retreads or brand new head coaches.
They all have things you can hit.
Yep.
Right? And Robert Saleh's 20-26, but he was 20-26 with the Jets and with a very bad quarterback in Zach Wilson. 55.6%, 54.5%, 60.1%, 23 touchdowns, 25 interceptions. That was his quarterback for 3 years. And then he goes 2-3 in 2024 and is gone. That's the year that A-Rod tore his fibula, right?
His Achilles, yeah.
Achilles, yeah.
Popped his Achilles
Fibula.
4 plays into the season.
Yeah.
I mean,
he started 2-1 that year with a win over the Titans, as a matter of fact. With Zach Wilson, I guess. Also, so they finished that year up at 5-12. They went 3-14 and 20. No, they finished that season after the 2-3 start, 3-9. They went 3-14 this year, so 6-23 since Saleh with the Jets. You want to learn more about him? I've got it.
Let's do it.
Defensive assistant and 2 Super Bowl wins. 2 Super Bowls, winning one. He's got 1 Super Bowl ring. He's from Dearborn, Michigan. Played tight end at Northern Michigan. His degree is in finance. Solid. Saleh. His brother was in the South Tower during 9/11. You read this too?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And he saw the explosion in the building next to him. And he was on floor 50. The announcements were saying, stay where you are or go back to your desk or whatever it was. And he chose not to. He got down to floor 29 before that building was hit, but he was able to walk out. Saleh has 7 children. And Albert Breer says they're working through a 5-year deal. The interview lasted a little more than 5 hours yesterday, and he came away from the interview with the job. They didn't let him leave the building. They, in fact, had dinner in the facility cafeteria.
There's no fancy dinner here.
Yeah, no wine and dine there.
We need to talk about who you want to hire as your OC.
615-737-1045. Ben is in Mount Juliet. Ben, what's up, man?
Yes, sir. What's happening, guys? I just want to say I'm a lifelong listener, and it's the first time ever calling in. So
welcome.
I'm a U.S. Army officer cadet. I'm also going through MTSU in their flight training program as an instructor. And I just want to say,
that's awesome.
Have you guys watched the leadership speech that Robert Saleh gave on the 4 categories of people?
Mm-hmm.
So that speech, man, has me fired up all the way from a survivor, right? Every organization has a survivor, but you don't find many commanders. Man, when I watched Robert Saleh's speech, he's a commander. And when Mike Vrabel got fired, when was that? 2.5, 3 years ago now, there was one guy that I wanted to lead this Titans team, and it was Robert Saleh. I would go to battle with this guy. I just want to leave that there. I want to encourage anybody out there, watch that speech. This guy gets me fired up, man. Go Titans.
Love it. Hey, thanks for your service.
Yeah, Ben.
Appreciate
Great
you.
phone call, bro.
Leader of men, and that is his reputation. Anybody in the NFL, media people to execs to coaches to you name it, and that is the big thing that comes out about him is his leadership, his ability to lead teams.
More reaction. Your reaction to Robert Saleh being named Titans coach. We've got 2 lines open now if you want in. 615-737-1045. Going to do a bunch of phone calls when we come back. So stay tuned. We'll get more of your take. 3HL 1045 The Zone. 3HL 1045, The Zone. Brett Doherty, Don Davenport with you. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Appreciate you being with us. Certainly a lot to talk about. By the way, today is National Cheese Lovers Day. Y'all love cheese? It's your day.
I love cheese.
Zeph, you a cheese guy?
I am.
How could you not be? It's also take a walk outdoors day. A little cold for that.
Might have to pass on that one.
Tomorrow is Squirrel Appreciation Day.
Okay.
I've never really had a thought about
Squirrel Appreciation Day?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
I've never really had a thought about squirrels. I remember I had a friend that lived in Manhattan that ended up at the University of Tennessee, and he had never seen a squirrel. I'm like, you never went to Central Park? And he's like, I never saw one in there. I'm like, is that true? It's also International Sweatpants Day, so wear them if you got them. 615-737-1045. We were just talking during the break. Y'all, have any of y'all seen or heard from Jake in Brentwood? We hadn't seen Jake. We hadn't talked with Jake in a while.
We miss Jake.
Remember he just randomly show up at remotes and just stand there in the corner?
I didn't want to see his face.
Because
didn't
of
match his voice.
Yeah. That day you were dressed like, who were you dressed like? It was Star Wars.
Ray,
yeah. That was something. Good costume. 615-737-1045. Vandy Chris next up. Vandy Chris, what's up, man?
Hey, guys. I want to take you back a couple years and remind everybody of something that was going on in Nashville and a head coach that was hired. And I'm going to draw a parallel to Robert Saleh with this, right?
Okay.
So in 2021 basketball season, the Vanderbilt women canceled their season. They fired their coach, Stephanie White, and somehow Candace Lee pulled a rabbit out of her back pocket and pried Shea Ralph away from UConn. Now, I don't know if you saw what happened yesterday, but Vanderbilt women made it to 19-0. They beat the number 8 Michigan Wolverines.
Yeah, we were all over that game at the beginning of the show because it came down to the wire. They kind of went back and forth, and then Vandy held them off at the end. 72-69, I think, the final.
Yes, and then last night, UConn beat Notre Dame, and Gino Auriemma spent 5 minutes at the beginning of his press conference talking about Vanderbilt women's basketball. Now, here's the parallel.
Mm-hmm.
If Robert Saleh can do for the Titans what Shea Ralph has done with Vanderbilt women's basketball, getting it back to this level where it was in 92-93 when they went to the Final Four, Titans fans are going to be very, very happy. I mean, let's look. She took a program that had canceled the season and has got them in the top 5 in the national rankings. If Robert Saleh can do that, the sky is the limit for this guy.
Thank you, Vandy.
I just wanted to draw that parallel and see what you guys had to say about that.
Appreciate it. Who was the coach back then? Was that Melanie Balcom?
No, that was Stephanie White.
No, in 92-93.
Oh, that was Jim Foster.
Oh, it's Jim Foster. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Balcom was after him, huh?
Yeah, she was. I think Foster went to Ohio State after Vandy, if I'm not mistaken. 615-737-1045 at 3HL 1045 on X. James and Brentwood. James, what's up?
Hey, how are you guys? It is a beautiful night in Music City.
That is true.
I just wanted to give you guys props for handling stupid callers as well as you do. Mike is really lucky that he didn't call in and try and talk to Buck because Buck would have excoriated him. I mean, what do you mean? What experience does he have with Cam Ward? I mean, does Mike want us to hire a college coach, somebody with experience with Cam Ward? I did
not get that.
I had to turn the radio off until I got home, and then I had to call you guys because I'm just like,
thank you, James. Well, I mean,
stupidest caller you've ever had.
I have my moments, and I get defensive sometimes, and we all have things that we work on, but we try to deal with people with respect that we hope to get. So,
yes, exactly.
Thank you, James. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for turning it back on, brother.
Yes, we're glad you're back.
615-737-1045.
I think part of Mike, too, was that it's a defensive-minded head coach.
And he didn't want that.
Yeah. Which I'm like, why?
I mean,
also,
we said
he was a big Vrabel guy, right? If I remember correctly.
I don't know.
Guess
His
what?
takes are so
Vrabel
all
was
over the
a
board.
defensive-minded head coach. Is a defensive-minded head coach.
Who's going to be in the Super Bowl?
Ugh.
I mean, how lucky is that? I'm not taking anything away from what Drake May and New England did this year. They had an incredible season. It's still going. They could win it all. They could. They did, in fact, have the easiest schedule in the NFL, correct?
And now they're running into Jarrett Stidham.
And now that you get to the AFC Championship game and the quarterback you're facing is Jarrett Stidham, what do you think about that, Bev?
Unreal.
Maybe a shout out real quick.
Yes.
Shout outs presented by your mom and them.
Shout out to legendary Braves center fielder Andrew Jones. He just got announced that he's going into the National Baseball Hall of Fame.
As well, he should.
Very long overdue.
Yeah.
For one of the best center fielders in baseball history.
Love that.
Babs,
Go Braves.
for those that don't know, is a Braves.
Yes.
Lady, 615-737-1045. Ali in New York. Ali, what up?
All right, what's up, guys? Dawn, congratulations to your husband on IU winning a natty.
Thank you.
That's very nice of you.
And can we talk about how the Big Ten is officially more superior than the SEC?
3 straight national titles with 3 different
hey,
teams.
Where's the SEC? Mr.
Hard to argue.
SEC Ron Slay's not on the show today for me to talk smack to, but, Big Ten's superior.
I talked about this morning to Mr. Babs. As a matter of fact, I was like, God, that's 3 straight for the Big Ten.
With 3 different schools.
We've got the rings to back it up. As much as I hate the first national champion of this 3 in a row, but they're still in the conference, so we still take credit for it. All right, when it comes to,
That's a
very SEC-minded.
That's very SEC of you right there.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was. It made my blood boil just a little bit, so that felt really, really weird.
I love it.
Regarding Robert Saleh, first of all, he's the first minority head coach of the Tennessee Titans, so it's super exciting for the minority community here in Nashville, especially the Muslim community. Secondly, I'm so freaking excited about Robert Saleh being the head coach of the Titans. We're so back. I don't know if you guys saw my tweet yesterday. I sent a prayer out as he was walking into the facility because, man, it would have been rough to watch Matt Nagy football for the next season or 2.
Yeah, 2 years, maybe.
Yes, but prayers were answered that we did not have to deal with Matt Nagy, which super thankful for. Super thankful for that defense is going to be nasty, and it looks like maybe Mike McDaniel might be heading to Nashville pretty soon.
Why do you think that?
Zeph was talking to me. I didn't hear you, Ali. What'd you say?
He said Mike McDaniel heading to Nashville soon.
Oh, you think so?
He just withdrew his name from Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but wouldn't you withdraw your name from Cleveland, too?
I mean, it's an easy joke, but it's still one of 32 jobs in the world like that.
Yeah,
it's one of 32, but I mean, he
has to be successful in the second one, though.
True.
But I mean, one of 32, if Mike McDaniel comes down here and helps develop Cam Worth with Bobby Slowick as, like, the next man up, I mean, hey, next year could be fun. There's no reason for us not to have a Chicago type of turnaround.
Thank you, Ali. Good to hear from you, brother.
Like
Glad you're well, man. 615-737-1045 at the RHL 1045. It's interesting.
I don't think Mike McDonald's coming here, by the way, but go ahead.
McDaniel.
I'm McDaniel, sorry.
I was like, McDonald's got a head coaching job. You think he's going to leave that to come be the...
It's interesting that the Titans did what everybody does, right? You fire a coach, then you start doing your research on all the potential candidates. And they did that with Robert Saleh, and they talked with people that knew him and coached with him and all these things. But then I thought it was interesting. They got Big Jeff to reach out to players that played for him. And apparently, Albert Breer says, all glowing review. So I think that was a good element to their due diligence there, which I'm sure they did with all of the hires.
I was going to say, I would hope that they would always do that.
I've never seen players like with a bad review of Robert Saleh as a coach from either side of the ball, whether it's defense, offense, special teams, whatever. That guy resonates with players.
So do you have the speech that was previously mentioned by our friend in Murfreesboro?
Yes, I do.
This is Robert Saleh's leadership speech. Is that how?
On the 4 types of leaders.
Okay. Let's go.
All right, man, check this out. What makes a competitor in your mind? Aaron, even after 20 years, you can learn something on this one. It's a good one, dog. Check this out, man. All right, 4 levels of competitors. All right, there are 4 of them. All right, these 4 levels represent a mindset that we all have complete control over. External factors like playing ability and injuries have no bearing on which level we stand. All right, what are these 4 levels of competitor? You've got commanders, you've got competitors, you've got contenders, and you've got survivors. I promise you, everybody in this room falls into one of these categories. At the bottom are your survivors. A survivor is someone who does just enough to get by. He coasts through his day and does not maximize his mental capabilities. This group loves taking the easy way out. They love it. And they're so fucking miserable that they will do everything they can to bring you along with them. The sad part is, every organization has at least one. And I promise you, you can't hide. The next level of competitor is a group of contenders. A contender is someone who is motivated by external factors like playing time, money, fame, or the person he's going against. He will only reach his potential if the external motivators are threatened. Third level, the one we seek, is a group of competitors. A competitor is someone who is internally motivated to be his best regardless of the situation. His place on the depth chart does not matter. Money does not matter. Fame does not matter. He is always trying to absolutely be his best. He can't be swayed because he's already maxing out his potential. This dude is trying to PR every day of life. He's got a championship mindset. And when you have a championship mindset, you embarrass the ones and you make the great ones look normal. Final one is the commander. He basically has all the traits of a competitor with one exception. He brings people with him. Which one are you? You can't hide who you are. Reality check for the offense, and I'll say this for the O. You were invited to a party by the defense, and it took you a little bit to show up. The defense pissed you off rather than, I'm going to hit the ground running. But by the time you respond to getting punched in the mouth, it's too late. It's too late. In a game, in any situation in life. Offense, thank the defense for inviting you to the party, and then defense, thank you for coming to the party, because now we can all get better together. That's the mindset. Your teammates going hard, thank you for pushing me to go above my comfort zone. We want a group of competitors, and that's what we've been building the last 3 years, a group of men who are intrinsically motivated to be their absolute best. It is a standard. It's a way of life. It's who you are. It's your DNA. Competitors. That's what we want. You guys good? All right, guys, all gas?
Robert Saleh about leadership, 615-737-1045. I like clear and concise thinking.
That's what I was going to say. It's very, that was what, 3 minutes long, Zeph?
Yep.
But like very matter of fact, here, not going to add a whole lot of extra BS with it. Here's your 4 types of leaders. Where are you?
And the reality of that situation is you're going to have that within any organization. He's right about that, just listening through his breakdown of each of the 4. And the sign to me, just off the cuff, the sign to me of a good leader is a guy that recognizes which group you're in. And then you instruct accordingly. And you bring along accordingly. Like if you got the guy that only plays well in big games, you know that's coming. You know what I mean? So how do you deal with that? That was really interesting to me.
Yep.
615-737-1045. Devin in Nashville. Devin, what's up?
Hey, hope you guys are having a great day today.
Always.
I like the Salah hire. I'm with you, Mayor. You can't get too high. You can't get too low. We're just going to have to see kind of how this thing shakes out. But I think there's a few things that in a person that aren't questionable. And I don't think the culture that he's going to bring is questionable. I think he's going to bring exactly what we need here. I hope so. I hope that it works out and wins. But if it doesn't, I don't think you can question the culture. And the culture that he brings is definitely going to be what I think we need. Obviously, the big thing is going to be the OC hire. And I'm just now tuning in, so if you guys have already talked about this, I'm sorry to ask again. But
No,
is
you're
there
right.
is there a world where they actually hire Nagy to be the OC under Saleh, or do you think that they're totally going to let Saleh just pick and choose who they want as the OC and the other coordinators and the coaches on the staff? So love the show. Thank you guys so much, and I'll just hang up and listen.
Thank you, Devin. Yeah, we brought Nagy up. The pushback there is he was the OC in Kansas City, but he didn't call the plays. He is no longer the OC in Kansas City, by the way. This happened yesterday. Eric Bieniemy has been hired as the OC in Kansas City because Matt Nagy's contract had expired. They figured he was moving on anyway. I think they needed a change at OC, even though he wasn't calling plays. So if you hire him as OC of the Tennessee Titans, you're hiring a guy that literally said he would not be calling plays if he got the head coaching job. So you hired that for OC? I don't think so, but
I wouldn't feel good about that as a Titans fan.
But I don't know. I mean, anything's possible. My guess, they've said, the head coach is going to choose the assistants, right? But he answers to Mike Borgonzi. So there's probably a discussion there about each and every guy. Hopefully.
But Borgonzi was pretty on it. We will hire our head coach, and he will fill out his staff.
I hope, and I think most of us hope, that they retain Bones Fossil as special teams coordinator.
Yeah.
Because he has more of an impact, I think, and I think he can have more of an impact on that staff than simply as a special teams coordinator.
Does he want to stay?
That's a good question. I don't know. But the reality of the special teams coordinator is that he works with the entire depth chart, basically. Mm-hmm. He works with all position groups, let's say that. 615-737-1045, 615-737-1045. Nate in Nashville. Nate, what's up?
Hey, love the show. Kind of excited, cautiously optimistic about the Saleh hiring.
Yeah.
Can't get too high, don't want to get too low, but I think out of all the choices, he was my number 2 pick behind McCarthy. I'm just kind of wondering, really, with the OC talk, obviously a lot of us want McDaniel or whoever. I've seen, LaFleur's brother be mentioned. Just kind of wondering who's the disaster pick for OC that's kind of out there that, if he picks it up, we just get a lot of groans and we won't see Cam get elevated up. Appreciate you taking my call. I'm going to hang up and listen.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Nate.
Is Nagy the grown guy?
I think Nagy's the grown guy.
I think it's Nagy. 1, because of the play calling, and 2, because the optics of that make it seem like, Borgonzi forced this guy on Saleh because they're buddies. Even if
Which
that's
isn't
not the case,
necessarily true. Yeah.
Not necessarily true, but it's easy to connect
optics,
that dot. Yeah.
And then I think for a lot of Titans fans, Arthur Smith would be, as the OC, would be one of those.
Potentially. Mike McDaniel, Cliff Kingsbury,
Not
Bobby
happy
Slowick,
hires.
Arthur Smith, Brian Daboll, Michael LaFleur, Clay Kubiak, among others mentioned. I don't know.
Which it looks like Kubiak's going to stay. This is just whatever has been put out recently.
Did I see him as the betting favorite to get the Raiders job, Clay Kubiak?
Clay?
Yeah, Clay Kubiak, sorry.
I know.
I'll have to go back through. That was on covers.com. I'll go back through it.
Well, McDaniel interviewed for the Chargers offensive coordinator job today. He's still a candidate for the Ravens and the Raiders head coaching vacancies. So
guess who else interviewed?
I think that's a far. I think that one's going to be a reach.
Guess who else interviewed for the Chargers OC position?
Who?
Brian Callahan.
He's got a couple of those.
615-737-1045. More of your reaction. Robert Saleh hired as head coach of the Tennessee Titans. 3HL bingo card. Also 3HL 1045 The Zone. Powered by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling. SpringHillAC.com.
Looks like I'm going to have to give medical house calls a call because I have got sick kids in the house. And maybe that's you, and maybe you're tired of waiting rooms and call in early in the morning to try and get a doctor's appointment. Well, guess what? Medical House Calls will bring the medical provider right to your front door. Urgent care needs, they do IV therapy, all of it tailored to your schedule. Comprehensive, unhurried medical providers that are there to get you back as soon as possible. And if you are working parents, you're juggling sickness, you don't want to have to miss work while the kids are sick. I mean, I get it. And that's where Medical House Calls can help you out 7 days a week, Monday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. They have same day appointments available. They have next day appointments guaranteed. Here's the phone number, 615-838-2375. It's healthcare designed for your life. It's Medical House Calls, and you can always set up an appointment online at medicalhousecalls.com.
Me against the world again. I like it.
They already played this today?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I love it.
Oops.
Got nothing but love. 615-737-1045. You want in? Big reaction day here on the show. Tons of people watching on YouTube. Appreciate y'all. Chat's been interesting today. There's been a lot of random A things in there. Titans hire Robert Saleh as head coach. Indiana wins the national championship. Babsy was there. Have you even been home yet?
No.
Oh, man. I mean, right in the first segment, you said something that's on the 3HL bingo card. This is what we do at 545, things that we didn't anticipate hearing on the show today. Sometimes it's us. Sometimes it's y'all. Sometimes it's the chat. Sometimes it's random sound clips from newsmakers.
We couldn't say half the stuff that was in the chat today on air.
I don't watch or listen to anything I don't like.
I mean,
that's
right?
you.
Yeah, and that should be people in the chat.
Yeah.
That don't like what we do.
Here's the goal. Be happy and have fun every day.
Yeah.
Today is a day that God blessed you with, and make the most of it.
Let's enjoy it.
Don't be miserable. If this show makes you miserable, then find another show. No big deal. Luckily, we have enough people over the last many years.
Dude, got a rough life, man.
We're doing okay. We're doing just fine here. My hair smells like Jack Daniels.
Yep. That was me.
Said in the first segment.
And it does. I'm going to go with the IU fan behind me that was enjoying his Jack Daniels in my hair.
I love it. Jack Daniels going into the hair care business. This is to your point. Everybody is pissy in the chat today.
Pissy.
That was you.
What did you call it?
What did I call it? Dumbassery?
No, dumbassery.
It's going on.
There's some dumbassery going on.
In some cases. Not all, y'all.
No, we love
y'all. Because it's the Browns, Mayor. Why did Mike McDaniel pull out of the Browns head coaching search?
Because it's the Browns.
It's a fair conclusion.
There you go. Man, I keep waiting for this weather forecast to change as we get closer to it.
Okay, can I say this, though? I feel like every year we have some apocalypse storm that's going to hit, and then it never drops 10 whatever.
It's just a normal snowfall is what it ends up being.
Exactly.
Or not at all. So a lot of times, we're worried about temperature here, getting to the point where it does turn to snow. And a lot of times, snow estimates are tapered down big time because of that. We'll end up with rain for a while or sleet. Sleet will really knock it down. Yeah. And then you're driving on ice.
Or then it rains, and then it freezes, and it turns to ice, and that's when our city shuts down.
Yeah, recently the largest snowfalls have been 8 inches in 2016 and 7.6 inches in January of 2024. The most ever is March of 1892, 17.3. So if we do get what they're saying we could, Jim Cantori put it out there today. Nashville's going to be on this list again. So currently in Nashville, chance of snow 100% on Saturday, 5 to 8 inches. Saturday night, chance of snow 90%, 5 to 8 inches. And then snow continuing on Sunday. So there you go. There you go. Corey is in Columbia. Corey, what's up?
Not much. Thank you guys for taking my call.
Hey, man, thanks for
listening to y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
Hey, I have a perfect analogy for comparing this coaching search to everyday life, but I did want to ask you guys a quick question. Did you happen to see that the Falcons hired Bill Callahan as their offensive coordinator?
Yeah.
Which kind of is funny to me because Stefanski was his coach in Cleveland before we took Bill Callahan.
That is right. That is right. It'll be interesting, too, because if he goes down there and Atlanta has, the best offense in football, the best offensive line in football, that would be, the most Titans thing ever, right?
Yes.
For sure. All right, so this is my analogy. I love the Salah hire, but when I was looking at the initial coaching search, it kind of reminded me of, when you're asking your wife what she wants for dinner, where she wants to go, and she's like, give me some options. And so, you're naming off, 17 different restaurants, and she's like, none of these really sound good. Give me like 3 really good possibilities. And then you name off these 3, and it's like Matt Nagy, Robert Saleh, Jeff Hafley, and she poo-poos on 2 of them. And you're like, all right, Robert Saleh, that's a really good option. Let's go to Texas Roadhouse.
Well done, Corey.
That was the loudest laugh ever.
Was there some truth in his little analogy there?
Kind of. Yeah. You know what's funny? My football crew, all of our camera guys, and audio guys and all that for our football crew, for some random reason, Texas Roadhouse ended up being their place that they would go every Friday night. So for Christmas, we all got Texas Roadhouse gift cards.
These are the same guys that call you Diesel?
Yeah.
615-737-1045. Let's get CJ in here to close us out. CJ's in Nashville. Hey, man, thanks for listening, bro.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for taking my call.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. Man, I'm super excited. I've called in to a few of the different shows that are hosted on 104.5. Spoke with Zach a bunch. Called in and spoke to Buck, unfortunately, a few times over the last couple of years. With the whole up and down with Vrabel's firing and Levis, that situation, and then the Malik Willis stuff, and then now here we are, kind of removed from some of that stuff that's going on, Brian Callahan and so on, and it's super exciting. I don't really know what good it does anybody to not be hopeful for the situation in the future. We have a franchise quarterback. We have a golden opportunity to turn things around and kind of reset the culture in Nashville. It's super exciting. I love this team. I've been a fan since I was a little kid, 31 years old now. Love watching every week. And one thing that I think is interesting, when Vrabel left, a lot of people assumed that, the Titans didn't have any fight left, and, that was the worst thing we could have done. But even in spite of that, and watching the last couple of years, as bad as it has been at times, I've never seen the Titans not fight. I've never seen us quit. I've never seen us lay down. And I think this is exactly what we needed, for Cam Ward to be who he is, and our locker room to really tie their arms together and go out and fight. And I think we're back. I'm not saying we're going to the Super Bowl next year, but the fight has never left, and that's not something that Vrabel brought here, and it's not something he's going to take with him. That's just a Titan thing, so I'm grateful to be a Titans fan and tighten up.
Thank you, CJ. Good stuff, man.
I like
Appreciate
the
you.
positivity in the show.
I mean,
let's go.
Yeah, I think this culture is going to be of a team that's going to go fight you.
Yeah.
That's what I get from Robert Saleh. Just a big picture. Hey, appreciate all you guys listening.
Liam Cohen knows that too.
And
do I see your baby?
You are cracking up.
I love it.
Oh my gosh, you need
Google
sleep,
it, y'all.
man.
Google it.
Yes, we will be back tomorrow. Slay Dog will be back, and we appreciate you guys. Thank you for including us in your day and in your lives. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. Big responsibility, and we understand that. Hopefully, we were able to make you smile today. 3HL is organized chaos. Have a great night. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be ya unless you're a shout out to Andrew Jones for finally making the Hall of Fame.
And who's yours?